We ride.
This salad is good.
Hell yeah, dude. Shout out to salad.
I made dinner.
Big shout out to salad.
I was like, I gotta eat healthier, right? I was like, get some lettuce, some tuna,
There we go.
some croutons, and some ranch dressing. Bam.
Tag, you have to say shit properly. I literally didn't know what you were talking about when you said that for a second.
No. Never. I will say things correct if there's a gun to my head. Oh no, Mir, what are you doing?
Fucking be right back, guys.
It's gonna be arranged.
I can't do the stream today. Be right back.
Oh my god, Mir just came out of my walls. What the fuck? Oh my god, they have a massive shotgun.
Fuck a Super Bowl.
What's
Yo, fuck the
approximately
Super
what
Bowl.
gauge?
Rocco Bowl.
Block the Super Bowl. URCHIN'S FALL debut, baby.
URCHIN'S
I'll use it,
FALL!
Tag.
All
Swear to
debut,
God.
baby.
I'm gonna run ads to turn off.
I don't know if that came through
pre-rolls
as
for
like
people.
echoey or not, but it was supposed to.
Welcome on into those who are joining us in chat.
Welcome, welcome.
Meet more.
There we go. I'm pulled up.
Okay, I'll pull up. Hop out at the after party.
I pull up at the after party. I pull up my pants because I need to be pulled up.
Incredible.
Should have worn a belt.
We're just getting our brain rot out here and now.
It's eternal. There is no freedom from it.
Freedom does not exist here.
No freedom.
Can't wait. This is a really good idea, by the way, Rocco. I'm so I can't tell you how fucking excited I've been to do this.
What, to play this game?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm excited.
I'm extremely excited too. I am really curious to see like the kinds of crazy combinations we can come up with, knowing that everyone is in some fashion a spellcaster.
Yeah. And also, there's enough party overlap that y'all can just do some stupid shit with group casting. I know it already.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I plan to.
Can't wait, Phil, to see this stupid shit I came up with.
I'm so hype. And with that, I think I've made my going live announcements. And we might be ready to actually get this show on the road. Once again, welcome on in to those of you who continue to pull up while I sip this water. Thank you, coffee. And a stretch. Have you guys stretched today? And
I have, but I'll do it again.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna reverse Slinky.
Is that like where you get compressed down?
No. It's where I uncompress so hard I fall down the stairs.
Oh. She fall on my urchin till a tabletop. What's good? What's good? I'm gonna take us to the office scene. Hello, everyone.
The gurgle.
And also,
Business.
the music box.
Oh lord.
The music
Wow.
bot.
Hi,
My
Music
old-
Bot. What are you playing today?
Wow, 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 wow. Hey, Vexera, how you doing?
Oh my god. Vexera, hi.
Vexera? Oh my god, no way!
Is that
Like, I can't see them from here. Somebody get me a photo.
Here,
That's
my
going
eyes are
in the
cameras. Give me a
cringe
sec. Give me a sec.
compilations, Yeah.
Local V Shoujo member Vexera?
Is that what the V icon stands for? that is the music bot, so we can get everything musical. I'm gonna take us out of the office and into our little gaming scene.
Yeah.
Oh, gaming.
There you lot are. Oh, okay. The
Gaming.
camera was a little high.
Gaming.
Gaming, gamers, gaming.
Gaming. You know what? Hold on.
LGBTG gaming.
Let's
LGBT.
swap sides. Thank you for the follow, Jelly Daddy. That's a
Oh,
username.
Jelly Daddy!
Jelly
Jelly
Daddy?
Daddy!
Oh no, that is a name ever. I love
Jelly
that.
Daddy's part of my community.
Oh, hell
Part of
yeah.
Johnny's community, unsurprisingly.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, is this like Johnny's alt? Welcome
no.
on in. It is
Trust
good
me,
to
that's
have
not
you.
his ult.
Yo, what the fuck? Thank you for the sub as well. Thank you so much, Skitter Critter. Can we get a shout out for Skitter Critter? Good friend of the channel who recently changed their username, which is always scary and terrifying and confusing. So let's show them a little extra
Absolutely.
love.
Ah, damn. Dude.
We love you, Skitter Critter.
We love
I
skittering
am
with
the
the
slow
crittering.
typer.
So,
You silly bean.
so let's get some context going. Oh, hold on.
Hold up.
Hi. Hi, chat. Smiles at you.
Hi, Jay.
Hi,
Smells like big and wide.
So this is my first time DMing and having to hydrate the entire
Gulp that shit down.
I will happily drink some water.
Hi, chat.
Now it's dehydrated Rocco saying hello.
Sasha dabs at you.
Dehydrated Rocco has left the building.
Dehydrated Rocco has
Oh
exited.
no. We're gonna leave you back.
So I am doing this in just Clip Studio Paint, and I'm just like drawing on the canvas, and that is just gonna be how we DM. That's just gonna be my style for right now.
Yeah,
And
I'll have to show you how to use Roll20 later.
Good old
Yeah.
theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Yeah, I like having a whiteboard. So
Feel free to imagine with us, chat.
yeah,
Imagine
I
if you
am
will.
going to
Close
get
your
this
eyes.
campaign started actually right now, and our characters will be introduced along the way.
Okay.
Okay. Open up, and it is the sandy dunes of Thedesia. This is deep in the desert. The sun is fucking baking down. It is absolutely cooking in here. Despite the heat, the vast miles and miles of desert lands, Thedesia is thriving with life. The scars of ancient battles have left these dunes rich with magic and richer with life. You can see cacti who get up on their roots and walk as if they had legs,
Oh, damn. that's cool.
traveling through the desert.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we got running plants up in this.
That was needles.
Incredible arrangements of floral life, yes, even fungal life, and of course, plenty and plenty and plenty of fauna. This is a rich, rich, rich ecosystem, with oases constantly popping up and disappearing in a matter of days due to just the sheer amount of animals that have adapted to learning water magic to survive in this harsh climate. This has made the desert incredibly dangerous to navigate, as any landmarks could simply disappear overnight. But at the heart of it lies the great city of Thedesia, which we will be getting to later. But in the miles outside of the city, a great stone, almost egg-like structure stands in the middle of the desert, baking, hardening, and eventually cracking.
Breakfast time.
Yeah, let's see.
As an arm pops out,
Breakfast time.
and
Too late for
suddenly
things like that.
another arm, and then some eyes.
And depending on if we can hunt it, it might still be breakfast.
True.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, appears to be a Nimil, or a beetle-like humanoid,
Okay, maybe never mind.
and that would be
Maybe
our
never
player,
mind.
kinda.
It's gonna be more incorrect.
I'm
That
very sorry that we all wanted to eat you within the first 2 minutes.
I'm not sorry, I still might.
now,
Have you seen my character's size?
yeah, as you escape this prison of stone. Because let's be clear here, this is not an egg. You are a fully formed adult Nimil. You
Like
push...
13.
Oh, okay. Never mind. You're approaching adulthood as far as Nimil go. And, reaching your final few molts. But this is not a normal part of your life cycle, emerging from a big ball of stone in the middle of the desert alone. It's rather strange. And you place your hand to your head as you attempt to recall, what the hell is going on? And where am I? The last thing you really, really remember clearly is someone placing you in there to protect you. And as you look out...
a lot of flashing lights.
Lots of flashing lights?
Mm-hmm.
And you open your glowing green eyes towards the horizon, and you see the city of Nimhill as you begin to march ever so slightly towards it. Sorry, not Nimhill, Thedesia. I'm a fucking liar.
I mean, this is your campaign.
I
You are
know.
telling us truths no matter what you say.
It's not Nimhill. It's Thedesia, okay?
Yeah.
It's my first time DMing.
I like your funny words, Magic DM.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing, sweetheart.
Thank you, darling.
I was hoping for the Armadillo Milk Town.
That's Nimhill, which I almost accidentally said. Thedesia stands out amongst the desert for a giant mega structure in the middle. It almost looks like that evil robot from The Incredibles, but it is a giant spherical dome with a giant telescope that can rotate around freely. And this towers over the skyline of the city, which is made of capsule homes. Many mages will often fill a bomb or prism with fire or lightning energy, bury it in the sand, and have a perfectly cooked spherical dome of glass. And glass workers can treat that and connect them with tubes, almost making the city a giant hamster network, almost. Like
So-
Mole rats.
Now,
Yeah.
is this glass like clear? Is it clear?
It depends on the region, actually, or it depends on the structure. So, this city has a lot of architecture, so there's stained glass, there's a bit of brickwork and stonework going on throughout the cities, especially in, like, open marketplaces where people enjoy the warmth of the sun. A lot of residential homes will actually be mostly, like, temperature-treated material, such as brick, and then have a domed glass window that always points towards the morning, so the sunlight can wake them up naturally, and perhaps they go to the other part of their house, you know, which might be a bit more transparent. Maybe have like a kitchen or something. So it depends on the building.
All right.
But
You know, a sunroom.
there is some seriously intricate architecture going on here that I could not represent nearly well enough in my sketches. But this city is basically a field of domes both above and below ground, as it extends deep, deep underground, Lord knows how deep, into...
May I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Are the domes, so like the domes that are underground, are they like still orientated the same way that the domes above ground are, or are they flipped? So like the round top of the dome is at the bottom?
These go spherical underground.
Oh, they go all the way underground.
Yes,
I
they
see,
go
so there's
all
not-
the way underground, and then a floor or foundation is built.
Okay.
So in the case
cool.
of those domes, it would be basically a pipe leading downwards with either a ladder or stairs.
Gotcha.
Oh, so it's literally just like an ant colony structure.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a big old ant colony.
Fucking cool. Okay.
Yeah. So, as you kind of march towards this jewel of the desert, because that's the thing also is, there's a lot of shade in this town. There are trees, there are flowers, there are parks, as you get closer and closer and closer. And it's a good thing you're marching just before sunrise, because the desert sun would cook your little buggy skin alive.
I do have a canteen of water.
A canteen of water
thank God.
that has all but dried up, unfortunately, as you march towards the town
Oh,
in
no,
search
it's
of fresh
empty.
water.
Dang.
Yeah, you are feeling kind of blessed that you emerged when you did before the sun came out. As you strive ever closer towards this town. Now, let's cut towards the heart of Nimmo. It is breakfast time. The sun is rising as it shines in through the domed windows of each residential room, the high-end hotels, the inns, and everyone looks towards the observatory in the middle of town to check the weather, to check whether the threat of an attack from the moon is something to worry about tonight. And the answer is that we just got raided. Holy fuck.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Oh
shit.
no, the people from the moon, they're coming for us.
Oh no.
It's the people from the
happening
moon!
already.
They're attacking!
The cannons are already firing.
And we
This
are
would
gonna
sound
greet
so
them
faster than expected.
with a raid stinger. So to those of you who are just joining us, welcome on in and thank you for sharing your community with me. My name is Rocco Farend. I'm a silly, wacky armadillo as well as a game designer. And we are playing URCHIN'S FALL, which is a tabletop game that I have written all by myself.
All by myself, oh my god.
But I could not have made it this far without my wonderful friends. So we are just setting the stage right now, and we are getting ready to introduce the party. So you're joining at the perfect time. No worries. No worries. I appreciate the fuck out of you sharing your community with us. Whether it's 1 person or 1 million, the fact that you chose to trust me with that is fucking huge. Now, as everyone looks towards the observatory, they see that the threat is medium. It is medium. The lunar cannon, I suppose we should probably talk about. There's a hostile entity on the moon. This is the moon.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. And it is infested with
Can't stop here.
giant
This is moon country.
fucking cannons, including 1 great lunar cannon and a variety of small cannons. And it is dotted with... Wait, I already have Art of the Moon. Hold on. Wait, let me
I was about to say.
Yeah,
Just like the URCHIN'S FALL logo.
Yeah, this is just like the lunar moon, the urchin moon. And you can see it is dotted with a great military base of an opposing force known as the Shyosha. These are elemental beings commanded to attack us, and we have been in a great war with them for thousands of years. And as everyone looks towards the observatory, they breathe a sigh of relief to say that the threat is only medium. It had been relatively high the past couple weeks, as, you know, just the angle of where the cannon was pointed inched ever closer to the city, but it seems to have passed. There's a sense of relief in the air, and everyone comes out of their shelters and heads towards the local inns. Not everyone has a kitchen in this town, especially its many, many travelers, and the tavern is bustling. It is popping, and that is where many of our characters are at this moment. So to our wonderful players, who are you? What are you ordering for breakfast? And what are you doing?
What do you want to
I
start?
go first.
Yeah.
You are still slowly marching towards this restaurant, and you will arrive shortly after we kind of get the vibe of everyone else. But you are like walking through the city streets right now, finding your way. You know, where can I get some water?
Water.
Water,
You know what? I'll start.
Yeah, hit us with it, Tag.
So, sitting at a table, all by himself, and his massive, his helm is sitting on the table. He is clearly a Zegan. He's got these 2 massive horns And he is towering. He's a very, very tall Zegan at 5 feet. And he is looking over the menu, and he is kind of grumbling to himself. And he waves someone over with a quick cloud speak of just getting for attention, right? And he brings someone over, he goes,
jet of scented communication.
Yeah, just like, yeah, I'm ready to order. Someone comes over and he just goes, y'all got a big breakfast. Y'all got an all-day breakfast here.
Daddy want a big breakfast.
Daddy want a big breakfast.
The barkeep goes, absolutely. We suggest the cactus fruit salad combo with fresh boar meat.
Can I just get the boar meat without the salad? Actually, can I get 2 servings of boar meat? Can you serve that with an egg, double yolked, and then also can I get another egg but also scrambled? But also can I get a 3rd boar leg with that, but also make it into a smiley face on that 3rd egg?
The barkeep smiles at you and goes, "Oh sure, hun. We just got a new shipment of double yolk eggs in yesterday."
Yes.
She's a little shocked to see your towering Zegan.
Of 5 feet.
Of 5 feet. She's a Zegan herself also. So you're big relative to her. And
Yeah.
she's kind of shocked to see the enthusiasm your warrior lad, seems to exude at just a breakfast with eggs. And she runs into the back and prepares
I
for that.
love my protein.
Absolutely. She makes sure to communicate this to the chef, and you do get some extra fish flakes on it.
Woohoo! Fish flakes!
Ooh.
The rest of the party, what are you doing?
Mind if I take the wheel a second?
Yeah, tell us, Speaks.
There is a small little guy sitting in one of the high chairs at the bar top counter. He's got a very light desert cloak, used just to provide enough shade to keep him, from bursting into flames. And he's sitting there with his hood just barely pulled down. You can see he's not quite fully traditionally shaved as most Zegan are, but has a light bit of fuzz along his head, with his 2 horns sprouting out and his cones on his back making him look like a hunchback. But he puts his hand up and without thinking goes, je voudrais 12. Sorry, my bad. Hello, I'm hungry. I would like 3 eggs, 1 omelet. That sounds good to you? That sounds good to me.
Gotta get the high
Why is he
chair.
so intimidating about eggs?
I thought that was adorable.
Yeah. This barkeep is a big fucking Stoven. A Dune
good.
Strider one. And they just smile at you going, they don't understand the French that you were trying to speak because they don't know any ancient languages like that. But they just smile at you and go, "Sure thing, little guy."
He sort of leans forward and pushes the menu across the bar counter back, and then you just hear this immediately upon moving his torso, you hear this massive amount of clinking of metal, and he just leans back and goes, "Sorry, 1 moment," and he just immediately reaches into his coat and just twists a few ties tight. He goes, "I need to secure my equipment better. Don't worry about providing cutlery. I have my own."
Too good for country cutlery over here. What the fuck?
Damn, you fucking using a metal fork over here? Damn, fucking bougie.
Yeah.
Damn, the bourgeois won't use our wooden
Yeah.
forks.
The barkeep just kind of assumes that you're some weird rich guy, considering at this point he's just convinced you're just walking around with a set of silverware.
Nope.
Yeah, forks, knives, spoon. Barkeep's
Bro, you strapped? Yeah, I got that. No, I got that spork,
Yeah.
baby.
Barkeep whispers to the chef, "I think this guy might be a food critic."
He's just
Add some MSG. Add some MSG. I think he might be a food critic. You know, a chef, an even larger Stoven with a big butcher's cleaver goes, okay, I can do that for you.
Now, when you say large, because Zegan are obviously the shorter of the races.
Absolutely.
Can you give us like a feet?
So Stoben generally stand at about the same size of humans if you ignore their big tall horns. But if you ignore the Invisalign check, which I'm not gonna, that would be bad. But let it be known that shit is there.
Nice.
But Stoben are about the same height as people, excluding their horns, which can often go up or out or around. Stoben have this, unique fashion trend of almost putting like little retainers and bands and clamps on their horns to allow them to grow into strange, intricate shapes like a bonsai tree almost. With
Chef's horns are shaped like forks, like a fork and spoon.
yeah. The chef has little
Pops one off.
toothpicks and he's spinning plates on them, balancing them or something. No,
that's awesome.
that would be crazy. No, he's got big flat horns that actually can grip the plate, so he can just balance the food on his head while he's cooking it, and he flips
moose
the
antlers?
eggs right up on top of his head. Yeah, almost like moose antlers. Just
Oh, he's got them grippers. Let's go.
holding the plate perfectly still. Boom. It's almost like those tricks they do with the hibachi table and they put the food in their hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's working his ass off. He's convinced that there's some high-profile people in this restaurant today. And for what it's worth, he would probably be right. Spiral and Mir, what are you two up to at the moment?
Where are you currently seated at, Mir?
So, if I recall correctly, there is a bar like... I'm picturing like a diner, like an old 50s diner with a bar.
Me too.
Okay, good. So, there is my Stoben sitting at the bar. But like her height is a little weird, if that makes sense. Like it doesn't look like she's sitting in a seat. Because she's a little bit too low, but she's still over the counter. She's kneeling because she's too big for the seats.
Too fucking tall. How tall?
So you're
how
also
tall is
at
your
the bar
Stoben?
next to Speaks?
Not next to Speak. She's in like the corner,
Okay.
like against the wall, very clearly trying not to bother anybody. She's like behind the napkins.
Hiding behind the napkin holder.
In the napkin holder.
There's just a tiny pile of napkins in front of you. There's the napkins. The napkin
slightly
holder. It's
obtruding
like
noise.
way more napkins than it should be holding.
That's how they
For
always
some
are.
reason, your stealth is immaculate.
And
I
your
didn't notice you. I
character
was
kinda
noticed
had,
that
like,
big breakfast.
Wavy hair. Let me look at your character again. You kind of had like curved horns like that, right?
I base my horns off of an extinct animal.
Kind of based.
What animal?
Lord knows I can't pronounce that shit.
Ah.
Make it up.
It's the butterfly horn horse that used to exist.
Whoa.
Cool.
Okay.
I chose the not obviously. I chose the female type horns, but if you look at the male type horns, they have a weird skin flap that makes it look like a butterfly.
I'm just drawing the chef here. They are absolutely.
Rocco,
Cooking
what would you
eggs.
say is if we're following that this is like a 50s diner especially, there's always that obligatory spot in the diner that's like the coolest because it has the most AC going or whatever. What would you say?
It's got pictures of like Stoben Elvis Presley up on the corner. Like it's
Oh my god.
Stoben Elvis Presley.
You
I
are
love
literally in the cultural capital for like Stoben, so this could be like a pretty historic place. You'd probably see photos of like famous doctors and scientists from the observatory at the structure of town, because I don't really know if there's a better word for it. But
for desert dwelling Stobens though, right? Because aren't we in a desert?
we are. So the body of government here is kind of like a scienceocracy, where it is led by the High Horns, who are a council of scientists elected from different disciplines. So there will be like the representative of geologists, the representative of psychologists, the representative of botanists.
Gotcha.
And each branch of science has a representative with them being voted upon by their peers. So there's often photos of great and famous scientists who have come to this city and served, you know, this nation of Thedesia, this jewel of the desert, as well as fashion designers, musicians, perhaps celebrities and collectors from Kiamu to the south.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
So you could just be sitting in like a wall of really crazy memorabilia. Like maybe you're like over by like Dr. Mazim's like motorcycle or something.
That sounds epic.
Yeah.
I should clarify though, when I was saying cool, I was
You
being
meant air
literal.
conditioning.
Yeah.
I meant air conditioning.
So most
Because
likely
my Stobin does not deal with the heat very well.
So you
But also I love it.
Yeah, you are probably, where's my cursor? Somewhere back here around the corner in a dark shade right before it transitions to the kitchen. And you're just kind of sitting there.
Yep, that checks out. So
Damn, because you are far away from the windows and very close to the heat-treated materials where it's still nice and cool from overnight.
I am a rather tall, at probably like I would say a good 6'3", not including the horns. Like I think they're called snowbeard Stobins, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Because I'm from the mountainous regions. Pale skin that appears white, but at certain angles, if the light hits it right, you realize it's more of like a very pale blue. Horns are pretty simple, actually, for a Stobin, like surprisingly simple. They're shaped kind of like how I think they're called ibexes. Horns are shaped.
Oh
but they're
yeah,
short.
just vertical, kind of up.
Yeah, they're surprisingly plain for a Stobin.
Yeah.
The only real distinguishing feature of them is that they have a lot of like very intricate, like, well, not intricate, I think that's the wrong word. They're like uniquely placed, what appear to be glimmering jewels that are just sort of like a sort of a cerulean blue color. But they look like they're naturally formed, like they were put in there from birth, not like I put them in there myself. Honestly, my character's not that fashionable. They dress effectively.
Yeah.
My character is just wearing like leather, just like pants that ended the calves, I would say, a fucking vest with a shirt on, and some fingerless gloves. I'm going like full biker gear here. And I'm just fucking nursing this cup of water, which is like, I would say at least a 4th or 5th one that I've had so far. I really don't like the heat.
I'm going really heavy on the water tonight.
Yeah.
And I occasionally will just like burst up to the bar and just like as politely as possible sort of gesture my glass towards whoever's willing to take it and just be like, more water, please? I'm desperate. I'm begging you here.
Yeah. At this point, they just have it on tap for you.
And I'm just like, thank you.
Yeah.
Bless.
Yeah,
They just hand you the fucking jug itself, like here.
Yeah. They just hand you like a big, almost like a vase of water that you're
This is
just
the equivalent of
cradling
the
in
server
both
setting the
hands.
pitcher down on your table.
One of the big
Yeah.
glug things
and
from
I
like
would say-
7-Eleven.
Yeah, and I would say that hair length is probably like kind of short, but that's because I've got it up in like buns and ties. It doesn't really go past my shoulders, I would say, at best.
Okay. Does your character have like a big floofy beard, like a snow beard?
I would say that my character
Or I
has a
guess,
distinct
like a
amount
mane.
of neck floof.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Part of the reason why I'm so fucking hot in here.
Yeah, and I would imagine Mira's character's probably feeling pretty similar in all the heat. Yeah. So you two are just kind of chugging water. And as all of you, begin to receive your food, a Nimhill comes stumbling in.
I come crawling on the floor, just like dragging myself, and I reach up and I'm like, please, do you have any water?
Can I approach?
Absolutely.
I take my freshly freshly poured glass of water and just sort of like crouch down and hand it to you. And I say, "Here, on the house, pal."
Just snatch it and chug it.
I'm gonna need more water over here. Come on.
The guy with
This
the
is a Full Metal Alchemist reference, if you can doubt.
the chef is coming out and he's waiting the food himself with taking the plates down from his horns, deplating his head, and just going, "Give me a damn second." And as he finishes, serving the two grouchy Zegans their food with their little.
I'm not grouchy.
That's fair.
I'm like excited.
You're excited.
It's a spoiled, entitled customers, then he can get to the dying bug on the floor.
Day one big breakfast.
And as soon as he places his food on the table for people, he fills up the big glug and just places it on the floor next to you. And he goes, "Drink up, pal. You look like you need it."
I'm just chugging.
Yeah.
Chugging water.
At this point, one of the other Nimil, just in the restaurant, has just grabbed a spray bottle and is just misting you down. Because desiccation is a real concern. Like, you're on death's door here. They're just misting down the entire tracheal system you've got going on. Because you cannot breathe if you are not damp enough. Fucked up, but that's a bug's life.
Good reference. So I'm gonna say that like the big Zegan is he's just like he thinks this is normal. He's like, "Oh, big breakfast. I ain't got time for this. I gotta eat. I'm hungry. Daddy hungry."
Yeah.
Get
A big thud comes down as the chef can't even fit this plate on his horns. He has to call out like the big dude who's got 2 horns for 1 plate for when they do catering parties. And he places your protein party down with just a thunk, a clunk, and goes, "I don't know who said that was on the house, but it's a good thing that water's been paid for."
Oh, don't worry. You'll be. Oh, this is enough. I'll leave you a nice fat tip, my dude. And you see me like pull out my own like little bottle of hot sauce and just destroy it with hot sauce. And I just start chowing.
Just empty the whole bottle onto it. Or?
It's like it looks like it's pretty spicy, whatever it is. Like if it was a Zegan, like if it was a Cloud Speak, like it would be like, "Oh God, there's a level 5 alarm fire going on." Like, holy fuck. Yeah. And yeah, I just start chowing down.
Yeah. And the smell of the spiciness is like causing other customers to tear up, like you're doing like a Geneva Convention violation.
It's the equivalent of like a 911 distress call.
Yeah, in the middle of this restaurant, and everyone just kind of stares at you.
Yeah, especially the Nimel.
Yeah, especially those who breathe through their fucking skin. Yeah. And the people who are.
I have an idea here.
Tell me in a moment, because the people who are most offended by the profuseness of hot sauce in the air are our next group of raiders. Thank you, Dragonaut. Welcome on in, everyone. My name is Rocco Farend. I'm a silly, wacky armadillo VTuber and game designer, and we are playing URCHIN'S FALL, which is a tabletop role-playing game that I have designed, and now we are playtesting. I hope you had a fantastic stream, and I would like to thank you immensely for trusting your community with me. Welcome on in, one and all. We are just at the start of our session as everyone is in the restaurant ordering some food, while Tag's big little Zegan vanguard is just ruining everything with chemical warfare levels of hot sauce. So how is everyone reacting to just this absurd amount of hot sauce in the air?
I'm on the floor. I have been chugging water, so I'm a little better hydrated right now, but I'm getting this hot sauce assault because I'm a freaking bug that communicates through smell.
Yeah.
So I see what's going on. I'm gonna walk up to Tag And let me clarify, Jade is a very short Nimhill, standing at 5'5".
Yep.
So I'm gonna walk up to Tag and be like, "Hi, I'm Jade. You're really tall for a Zygon."
Oh, thank you. Nice to meet you, Jade. You want some hot sauce?
The smell is so pungent and the aroma is so powerful on the inner parts of my nostrils that I'm literally just like, even though I'm not consuming the hot sauce, I'm getting snot running down my nose and I'm asking for a napkin and I'm just like, oh my god, that's so inconsiderate. But I'm being polite. I'm just chilling as best as I can in the corner.
Yep.
Okay.
You just see the little Ziga man turn. He's got in his hands one knife and then a smaller second knife. And he's been eating his eggs with that, and he goes, "Tout voyageur? Are the rest of you two travelers? I see that you kind of just crawled in. Still breathing, right?"
Yeah, I mean, I've been, some days you just kind of wake up in a rock egg. You know how it goes.
Good. Except for that last part, but we'll talk later on that. Well, the bureau de poste. Excuse me. I've been reading too much as of late. Do you know where the?
Oh, you can read.
I snort, but my nose is still running, so more snot comes out, and I have to put it in the napkin.
I want to say while this conversation's going on, my character gets up. Now, wait, how tall is, like, where's the roof at?
It's a pretty high roof. This is a Stoben establishment, and they're used to high-profile customers. So just the door frame is just like 10 feet tall. Like they are ready for fashion models with horns that go up like 4 feet in just a vertical line, and they need to like dope to even like keep their necks upright.
Neat. So my character stands up as this conversation is happening. She is 10 feet excluding horn.
Oh, you're a big motherfucker.
She's a
Jesus.
big.
I didn't even know we could get that big.
Oh, wow.
And she stands up and she walks over to the Zegan with all the hot sauce meat. and she just looks down at the plate. She now understands that is where that is coming from. She picks it up and she takes it outside. She just leaves with it.
I just sit and want to go, my breakfast.
Yeah, like you don't even protest, you're just like sad.
Yeah, my breakfast. I wanted
The only thing stopping you from intervening was that your mouth was full of food. Like this whole time you've been talking with your mouth full, just going in.
Oh,
on that
absolutely.
plate.
Like,
Yeah.
like it's like a good eat like within that first sentence. Hello, I've already eaten like half of it.
Yeah. So at this point, it's mostly just like a pool of hot sauce just sitting at the bottom of your plate. That Mir's character is just chucking like a frisbee outside of the city bounds with their fucking giant stove in frame.
Correct.
Because something I should mention here is like snowbeard Stobins can get pretty big. Like they can be up to 8 feet tall, which is why Spiral is having such a horrible time in this heat. 10 feet tall is huge.
I don't even know how you're managing.
Yeah.
Just like
Bones hurt.
one step to me to grab the food, another step to get to the door.
That was like one continuous step.
Yeah.
One continuous step.
The waitstaff almost kind of breathe a sigh of relief because they're used to some weird characters, and frankly, this is certainly not as bad as the morning bar encounters the day after have been. They're just relieved that it is climaxing in food being tossed out the window rather than, someone's severed arm. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty tame as far as like group interactions go.
I do want to say she goes back behind the napkins after that. She just goes and sits behind the napkins.
And then a woman kind of stands up and kind of assesses this party, looks you all up and down, and she says, "Pack of warriors, eh? Pack of travelers? Troublemakers?" This woman is short, but she is very imposing. She is a Dune Strider Stoban, with kind of similar to Spiral, very practical horns that just go up and that's it. No bullshit, no fashion, no nonsense. She's wearing a lab coat. You kind of get the vibe that she's a government worker. And what is most distinct about her is, you know, she's kind of short. She's probably 5'2" without her horns, although her horns would probably come up to eye level if you're about 6 feet. And the thing that stands out for her the most is her left arm is a large prosthetic mechanical.
Ooh.
Like, not just like, oh, this is my arm. Like, this is like, there's some extra bullshit in there. You've seen contraptions like this, and this is a high-end weapons type. So she has all kinds of firearms hidden inside this arm. Whoever she is someone of importance. And she kind of, you know, is kind of looking to start shit with you all, basically. You know, asking, what the hell are you all doing?
I look at my coin purse. What do I got?
What do you have in your coin purse?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably some belly button lint.
I was gonna say, am I broke?
I kind of figured all of you are, like, pretty broke.
Okay, so yeah, I look at the belly button lint inside my coin purse, and I'm like, as I'm wiping my nose off, yeah, guess I'm an adventurer.
It's about right.
I like put my hot sauce away, and I'm like, well, I mean, I was enjoying breakfast. But...
I do like a very subtle like tap on the bar like table to just try and get the guy to give me more water. Like, I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
You just see my whole plate jump briefly.
with a little fist on
I'm
the
very
table.
gentle about it. I'm very polite about it. I'm just like firm.
Yeah. They all bounce up. And this woman goes, well, I don't know how all of you are going to be paying for 2 of whatever the hell that guy ordered. But I do have a proposal for a lot of adventurers like yourselves, if you'd be interested in helping out the government. And she kind of she kind of winks at everyone.
Now, I think I would like to make a roll here.
Okay.
Is that something? Wait, maybe is that something I can do? Yeah. So I'm gonna do a roll. Know thy enemy roll, because this is what I want to do to roll more information about the quote unquote, the government, right?
Know thy enemy would be like tactical knowledge foreign nations. You want to, what, like investigate if she's someone of importance that you would recognize?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 5 wits, so this is a +0 to my roll. I roll a d20, and it's a natural 20.
Oh, damn.
Yay.
You know exactly who this woman is. Her name is Larania Mazim, and she comes from a long, long line of doctors. Although she has taken a bit more of a militaristic approach. So she is stationed with the government in the branches of Shiotic research and Vitaic biology. So she is a specialist on ravagers, foreign entities, and magic-based mutations.
Okay. So I say, oh, you're Dr. Azim. I've heard about you. What is it that you're looking for?
She kind of smiles, because it's not every day she gets recognized. She's kind of mid-ranking, all things considered, but she is a bit of an expert in her field. So she's actually a little flattered, and she goes, I am looking for transporters, and I couldn't help but notice the makings of some transporter-looking types here.
As soon as the word transporter comes out of her mouth, you just hear a clatter of knives. The chair moves out from under the little guy.
Yeah.
Scoots over and goes, Postmark at your service. I just need to know where the post office is.
She had initially been addressing those who were fighting over the hot sauce. But she is more than eager to have you invited to this conversation as well. She's very much a more hands is better. So she kind of, smiles and gives you a bit of a courtesy of flourish. So she kind of tips her horns at you in a bit of a traditional greeting. And she explains, have you ever worked with live cargo?
I like that.
My experience once, and it left. Well, it wasn't me with the scars, but there was scarring.
I did turn someone into cargo by throwing them really, really good.
She motions to her large mechanical arm and kind of chuckles and goes, I would know that firsthand, yeah.
Oh yeah, you're a woman after my own heart. Let's go.
She kind of rolls her eyes at you since you're kind of just a Zegan who started some fight over hot sauce.
No, hey, I didn't start that fight. I was minding my own business.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. She kind of just rolls her eyes at you and goes, okay, for those of you interested, I will simply ask that you refrain from sharing this with other parties. Ask as few questions as possible, and agree to meet me at this location. And she kind of hands you all a slip of paper to those who are interested.
Yeah, take one.
You do you all take it, or does anyone kind of not?
I take it.
I'll take it.
Of course.
Yeah,
I assume I'm in count.
I look at the paper
I
and I'm
count
like,
for
"Oh,
fighting
oh,
since I
I
yeeted.
can't read.
So she hands out all the slips, and you know, kind of walks away and goes, "It's a plan. I'll see you all in a few hours for the briefing. Enjoy your food and try not to cause any property damage." And as she leaves, kinda your character Jade goes, "I can't read." Everyone else, how do you react to this?
I kind of look at the piece of paper with casual indifference, sipping on water, and then I go over to poor Jade and verbally explain what it says.
So what you explain is that this is a bit of a privately funded research lab on the underside of the city, deep underground. So she wasn't really kidding when she said, "See you in a couple of hours." This is not a part of the city that people are going to know particularly well. And what you all kind of realize is, whatever she's asking you is some shady shit.
Yeah, no, I literally, the moment that I looked at the piece of paper, the reason why I was viewing it with indifference is because I knew this was some bullshit already, so I'm just gonna like, all right, nope, need money.
Yup, it is what it is. Do you kind of all head over together? How do you find your way? How about that? Because you were looking for a private research institute in what is effectively a giant, like, connected tube city of like capsules and like hamster connected like piping.
So after I get done explaining that, I kind of just stand up and I say, all right, look, I guess we're all in some kind of group now, I guess. I'm still not entirely sure what is happening here, but we need a name. And I don't have much to go off of because I know I sort of like gesture my finger across the group. Basically, none of you. I vote Hot Sauce Gang.
My eyes just light up and I just nod.
Team Hot Sauce. Yeah.
Team Hot Sauce.
Well, I suppose you may call the group whatever you like. I am just simply doing my work.
You're annoying.
Tell you what. Hey, whoa. Tell you what. You know what we should do? We should probably listen. It's probably gonna take us a few hours to get wherever we're going. So why don't we take some water to go here? I'll put my bottle away here, and let's get walking. And by the way, let me just give me. And so I stand up and I put my helmet back on. I sling my guandao. You see me sling this massive pole arm with a guandao end on it.
Yeah.
And then I go. And then I do like this, I do like a fucking Power Ranger pose, and I go, "Otter Dance Force at your service."
What did you do that for?
Everyone.
Well, it's customary. I have to do that.
I liked it.
You say so.
So I very casually, like, while this is all taking place, lean over to the bar. Rocco, so my swarm is kind of just like in my bones. Would you say that I would be able to use it to do like small manual tasks, like with my hands and stuff? Okay. While this is all going on, I sort of like point a finger gun at the nearest glass of water on the bar table, and like a shimmering length of like blue, what looks like metallic mist just shoots out like twine, wraps around it, and I just tug it a little bit so I pull it back into my hand. I gulp down the entire thing, slam it on the counter, and go, right, let's get going. I need more water and money.
Yeah, for the money.
So y'all all exit Platehead's Diner. Very. That's why all the employees carry plates with their heads. It's kind of wild.
Ah, so it's a chain. Gotcha.
It's a classic family restaurant.
Well, considering that we also just had almost a fight, it's like a Waffle House.
Bernie Sanders eats there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So y'all kind of begin to walk towards the Undercity and begin to introduce each other, get to know your names, because we haven't gone over everyone's character names.
Nope.
Who the hell are you? And what?
I said, I am Jade.
And that's true. And what do you reveal to each other?
I'll start. So I say, okay, so, all right, okay. I'll admit that was a little bit showy, but listen, I lived out in the edges there, and we're big showmans for battle. And my name is, like I said, Otter Dance Force. I'm a Zegan combatant. I did a lot of arena combat and stuff like that. That was my whole deal. But I'm out here in this sandy wasteland, just kind of looking for something new to do. I'm chasing some new highs.
Hell yeah.
Checks out.
Yeah. What about you? And I point to the 10-foot tall. I point to the 10-foot tall.
The big motherfucker.
Yeah, the big motherfucker.
Before we get too knee deep in the two Stobins in this group, I have to ask, Mir, do you think our characters would know each other?
You would definitely have heard of the giant fucko, but I don't think our characters have ever met.
That's what I was going with too. I just wanted to make sure.
Like, you would have heard there's this massive, you thought it was like
The
somebody
big
fucking
motherfucker.
Oh, so it's like, oh, the rumors are true.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
But I'm polite, so I'm not gonna say anything about it because I know it's gonna annoy you.
You don't know me.
I mean, it's as far as my character's concerned, I get annoyed when people point out my odd traits.
It's true.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
So
on.
she kind of looks at the big Zegan and then around the rest of the group. She's a little bit behind everybody, not necessarily separate. But she's a step behind to where it's confusing as to if she's really following you or if she's happened to go in the same direction.
Now, is it one of my steps or one of your steps behind us?
Listen.
Yeah, you could like go so far in like one step. Just thunk thunk.
It literally, the ground shakes beneath you. Mr. Rex is here. So she's following behind, a little too far away to know if she's following or going in the same-ish direction. And she just kind of looks at you and says, "Traveling."
That your name is Traveling. I thought
Traveling.
that was. Oh, okay. I thought that was a football call. Like, your name is Traveling?
No.
Well,
Nice to meet you, Traveling.
well, I'm gonna call you Traveling. You got ball. Well, I mean, this is a metaphor. You got spunk. That was pretty big. You did just take him a plate like that. You took something you didn't like. You just threw it out the window. That was pretty interesting. It's nice to meet you, Traveling. Is that what's your actual name though?
she reaches into her hair. She has big floofy hair.
Oh yeah.
So she reaches into her hair and like seems to be scratching, but her arm isn't far enough into her hair for her to be like scratching her neck or the back of her head. So that's a little weird. It looks like she's scratching her hair. And she says, Albany?
Albany.
Albany?
Right? Albany?
Albany?
Albany.
Albany?
Albany. I like that. That's a cool name.
Yep.
So just to confirm, is that like Albany, like the capital of New York?
No,
but like
it's,
with a D.
Albany.
Albany.
Albany. Okay.
Albany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we
That's
got
actually a really cool name.
we
I
got
like
our hourly stretch reminder. So
Oh, I'm gonna stand actually.
yeah. Oh. Get that blood pressure going.
Yep.
Me lifting my butt from this fucking fuzzy rocking chair.
Anybody ordering out today, remember it is Super Bowl Sunday, so order early.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
I say that because I almost forgot and I need to order pizza.
Ooh.
Yep. And so, Otter goes, well, it's nice to meet you, Albany.
The otter?
His name is Otter.
Yeah, my name is Otter.
Otter
So, like,
dance force.
when you look at him, his helm is shaped. So like, you know that Zeke can like paint their face. His face was not painted when he took his helm off. His helm itself is his face paint. It's got this like thick black shining visor, and the helm itself is fashioned to be like an otter holding the bottom part of his chin, and this and the head of the otter just like chomping onto the top of his head.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so he's wearing that, and like he's got the visor up and he's talking to y'all. And he's like, "Well, it's nice to meet you, Albany." And I point to the bug person. I'm like, "Yeah, well, your name's Jade. I remember that." And I
Jade. I woke up in a rock.
I speak cloud speak because I speak in cloud speak and just like, "Welcome, nice to meet you." And then I point to I'm like, what about? I point to Spiral's character. I'm like, "What about you? What about you, Ice King? What's your name?"
Queen and Zaf.
Oh, my bad, Ice Queen. My apologies. Nice to meet you, Zaf.
Likewise. You all look
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
I think it's worth knowing that for a Zegan to mess up Snowbeard Stobin is pretty common, because from the bottom, all they see is beard, like regardless of gender, just big floof, just.
I would imagine that happens constantly.
Yeah.
Look up, see nothing but torso at best.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're tiny.
Like I am crotch height. If I'm gonna shake hands with you, I gotta raise my hand like I'm in class.
Just dangle there, get swung around.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I need to stress that one of the most defining features of my character is that inexplicably my ears are bigger than my horns.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Like Dumbo?
No, more like if
Your horns are
Fennec
just
was
that
6'3". Yeah, and my horns are just that much small.
Okay, so
Yep.
you
Yeah.
have like tiny little nubs.
Oh, not quite nubs, but like they're basically just only sticking up a little bit out of my head.
Okay.
And they're curved slightly.
Dick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yay!
And I gesture to the other Zegan, like, "What about you, kitchen sink? What's your name?"
Kitchen sink.
Just immediate, like, 3 knives drop out from his cloak.
Clang, clang, clang!
Sorry, that's mine. Yeah, the
Got a lot of
name
knives, buddy.
is Ipini. But yes, no, I'm just a postmark of a few years, just doing my work as usual, making ends meet and my bills met.
Sorry, what'd you say your name was?
I as an aside to Albany, I crane my neck up and do the thing where I put my hand up and I'm like, by ends meet, I think they might mean swords going into bodies.
Ah, yes. The name is Ipini.
Epi.
Epine.
No,
Epine.
Ipini.
Epine.
Ipini.
Epine. Like an EpiPen, but like the first part of it. Okay, I think I got that.
It's of a very old.
What's an EpiPen?
Yeah.
Oh man, you stick that shit in your thigh, you can run for 3 days. I tell you what.
All of a sudden, your characters start talking about ancient medicine. What's an EpiPen? Oh, it's the best, dude.
Oh, it's the best. You fucking hit that shit, you can run for 3 days. Oh, it's good. If also for my own sake, can y'all type your names in the sidebar for me? So.
I mean, can we just change our
I
names?
still can't access the sidebar, but I'll put it in the group chat.
Wait, there's a sidebar? Oh.
Yes, there's a sidebar.
Oh, that sidebar.
Oh, y'all are actually using that for this. Okay, let me put my sheet there.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So, like, to be clear, my character's full name is Zephyra Elster, but Zaf is the only name they'll ever give.
Mir,
Okay.
can you give permission for Kinda to send messages in here?
Oh, is that why I can't say it?
Yeah, because it's like a live chat.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I decided to make my character unreasonably French.
Kind of based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreasonably French man.
Yeah.
It's just like living in Quebec.
Have your
fair.
characters
Hold
kind of finished their introductions?
I didn't really give one. I gave my name and that's it.
Okay.
Same. But that is the point for me.
Yeah, neither of the two of you have revealed too much about yourselves right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you kind of arrive in kind of the dark depths of the city, and we are probably about like a mile underground, and there are pools of water in some chambers that almost go out to like deep under subterranean fishing holes. Things have kind of transitioned from sand to a lot more stone, and the walls transition from glass tubes to stone tunnels and occasionally steel plating. The architecture is almost kind of similar to like a modern metro, like subway, you know, with these winding tunnels going around and branching off and yada yada. And it's very nice and cold down here too. So to Jade and let me check what your character was called again. Zaf. To Jade and Zaf, the two of you are just very relieved to be deep underground. You're feeling amped up and ready to go. And you kind of finally enter the place that was marked for you all, and it is Larania's private research facility. So you all kind of arrive at the door. How do you guys enter?
Who's in front?
I think at this point, like, I think I'm just like I'm sort of like walking forward. And I walk up. It's a door in front of us, right?
Yeah. It is just probably like a standard like double door.
Yeah. So I go up there and I just go do. You little like.
Is there like silence for like a few seconds afterwards? Or what happens? What happens after that?
Maybe one of your characters goes, "Hey!" in time with it. I don't know.
I was about to say, after a few seconds, my character, realizing that the knocking didn't work, would probably just cup her hands to her mouth and go, "Yo!"
Do they have a mail slot?
You hear the door does not have I know, we've had this conversation. The door does not have a mail slot.
How strong is this door?
It's probably like aluminum. It's
Do you think? Oh, okay. Do you think they would mind having a mail slot?
This is a private research facility, so probably, but it never hurts to try.
Is he gonna try picking it? What is happening?
No.
So much worse.
Oh, it's so much worse.
So I'm sitting there like waiting for the door. I'm just like, I'm gonna like open the door and then I look over and see what Epine is doing.
So I reach into my cloak and I pull out a knife. And then for a brief moment, my arm starts to glow red and I pull my hand up along the blade and it starts to glow. And then I just immediately throw the knife, and there's this massive explosion centering from me where I throw the knife. It sends me flying back like 5 feet, and the knife just goes flying directly into the door, like horizontal.
Okay.
Like
Can I ask you to make a roll for aiming?
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Let me see. Where's my 20? There it is.
Yeah.
That is a 6 plus 3 plus 2. That's an 11.
Okay. You hit the door, although it's at a bit of an angle, and the knife kind of clanks off the side, although it punches a knife-shaped hole that almost includes the hilt, so the door kind of has a mail slot.
Oh my god.
Just like that.
It doesn't have a mail slot, then I'll make one.
Yup.
This is how the
A
postman
tiny hole
functions.
has just been punched. You aimed a little bit too low, and your knife just kind of deflects off, spins really fucking hard, and just like lands at your feet, almost fucking like severing someone's toe.
I literally have to back up. I literally have to back up. Like, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I can imagine Ipin is just like laying on his back from the blast, and the knife just lands like right next to his head.
And right after that happens, Lorania opens up the door and said, "I shouted I was coming. Did you not hear me?"
You don't have a mail slot to hear you through.
She glances at the door and just does a deep inhale and just pinches the bridge of her nose. And she just goes, "You know what? Thank you. Yeah, that's great." She just goes, "Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in."
As I'm walking in, like, man, postmarks must have a really weird, have a weird job.
They do.
Yeah.
I go down to the door and I just sort of like put one finger on the slot, and some of the swarm comes out and just sort of munches on the edges of it to smooth it out, kind of, you know, sand it down. And then I'm just like, "You're welcome."
You're not sure, by the way, but whenever the loud bang happened, you may or may not have heard birds chirping.
Oh boy.
Just, just a quiet sound coming from Mir's direction.
Like, the more I do this, the more I'm going to go deaf.
I make a mental note of that, but I don't acknowledge it.
So
And,
It doesn't notice.
So, you enter the facility and are kind of surrounded by a variety of interesting sites, kind of scientific tech that you might not immediately recognize unless you want to make a roll for it. But what you all do recognize is a surgical table where operations on humanoids are performed, whatever that may mean.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Humanoids.
Humanoids. You can tell because it has those like 4 connected points to stretch out the arms and legs.
You can tell because there's a humanoid on the table.
Screaming bloody murder.
Wait, so is anyone actually in the table?
No, I made that
Not
up.
right now.
Okay.
Rocco,
Yeah.
may I make a technology roll to kind of like piece stuff together? I'm pretty handy with tech.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll for technology.
Okay, so it's D20 plus my
Your-
bonus wit
your wit
plus the
bonus.
mastery.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, mastery gives you +2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So that plus 1. Okay, I rolled a 14. Yeah, 14.
Okay. You recognize actually a pretty okay amount of the stuff in here. There's some basic scientific equipment. So there's a Chervit crystal, which is a crystal that can kind of measure magical power. There's a couple of diagnostic tools, scales. It almost looks a little bit more like a normal doctor's office. although you kind of see all sorts of stranger things, such as, you know, fluid
Season
draining
1, 2, or 3?
devices, lots and lots of surgical tools and knives and the restraints that are on the table. So perhaps not every patient is going to be willing, but...
So this is very much a doctor that is not exactly board certified. Either that or a doctor who is more interested in research than actually helping people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that I can confirm for a fact. All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So she kind of takes you back into a quieter room away from the mail slot that that Epine punched in the door, because she really doesn't want anyone hearing this. And she goes, okay, should you all be willing, I am going to ask you to help me transport some chausses.
Oh, goddamn.
Clarification, chausses are a race, right?
Yeah, so chausses are the moon dwellers.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, so these are foreign hostile entities that are straight up from the planet beneath you all, because everything we're doing is on a big flying island, and these guys are the planet's natives. They have been attempting to exterminate humanity, and she's asking for you guys to abduct some for her.
Jade's immediate response is, what's a chass?
My response is to, like, almost blurt something out, but, like, I'm so panicked and caught off guard that, like, I choke on my words a little bit, and I just go...
Epine is just standing there with 4 knives being held, almost shaking a little.
With excitement, or...?
Yeah. Undetermined.
So Otter's whole demeanor just changes, and his arms just cross, and he's speaking. He's like, "That's some serious work. You want us to now? When you said that she wants us to abduct, as in we're trying to find them, or did she clarify that she has them already?"
I think
she seems to be keeping her cards close to her chest at the moment.
Yeah, so I cross my arms.
All she's willing to reveal is that she's looking for people who are willing to transport chausses.
Yeah. See, I cross my arms and I say, "That's really dangerous work."
She nods, and she kind of looks at you and goes, "But it's just as important. There is a lot of medical potential that we can get by analyzing their biological structures, and I have only just scratched the surface with the test subjects that we've already accumulated."
So this isn't the first time that I've been wrangled into an odd situation like this. I gotta ask, why recruit a bunch of strangers? Gives me the vibe that maybe there was a first attempt that didn't go so well.
She once again motions to her mechanical arm. She would go, "Yeah. The rest is dead." She said, there, and she kind of looks at you and says, "There's a reason that I'm recruiting travelers rather than our best and brightest."
Fair enough. Continue.
Offense taken.
We're expendable.
Yep. So yeah, I just
No
I say,
offense taken. We're a raggedy outfit.
Yep. So yeah, I'm just like, all right, what are the details?
She kind of seems to open up to you, and she goes, "Okay, here are the details. I have one currently living and in custody that has chosen to surrender themselves. And we intend to transport them to the far south, to Lafos Karos, take some blood samples, and turn them over to Kosilo, where they may attempt to live in a Shiotic colony without us having to get too grisly. The issue is that there are likely spies within the government, and doing this above board is going to put this sample in danger. So unfortunately, I have to rely on the kindness of strangers."
And if I recall, Rocco, sorry, go ahead, Mir.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Oh, your mic popped up because of the cargo map.
Oh, that's because someone with a small dick is riding by my house.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
So Rocco, if I recall from my Know Thy Enemy role, she's like a reputable scientist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like highly respected.
She is kind of an up-and-coming prodigy. So what she's doing here could potentially destroy her career if it came out.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I look at her and I say, all right, so what's the pay?
She said, she kind of looks at you and says, an audience with the old worlder himself, the big man behind Lafos Karos.
Bonjour.
And she also kind of notes half the party's unamusement at that and says, and also 10,000 gold per.
Yeah, can I do know thy enemy on the older worlder she was talking about? Would that be a tactic? Like that's,
I would say history. I would say it would be
History.
a history roll.
How much is 10,000 gold in this
Can I
economy?
do a history roll on that?
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Yeah, whoever would like to do a history roll, go ahead and make one.
Yeah, I don't have history. Go ahead, Jade.
Yeah, I do. So how does that work? I roll.
History uses your wit bonus.
Yeah.
I sure do have.
I'll go ahead and
I just roll
too.
roll d20.
Yep. Yeah, and just add a bonus based on your wit.
So my
and,
wit is 3, so I just have 3.
You would
Yeah.
subtract 2 because it is below 5.
I rolled extremely
Okay.
low. I will not know a damn thing about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled
I'm
a
not.
9.
I'm not proficient in history. I'm not gonna fight
Yeah.
roll.
So like, I ask again, like, what is 10,000 gold worth in this economy? Is that a lot of money?
It is enough to keep yourself living pretty fucking good for a good few months.
Good several months. Yeah. Okay. My character's already plussed. She's like, yeah, whatever. Let's do this.
This is
do I
a
need to beat
good
up?
fucking salary, and some money that she would not be able to come upon without private backing.
So, hang on, so I rolled a 9 for my history check. I have talent in history.
I want to see how bad I roll.
But I subtract 2, even though I have talent.
The modifier from your stats is based on like proximity to 5. So if we were to look at the character sheet, which I have shared right here, let's say like wit is 5, you would have a bonus of 0. If it's 9, you'd have a bonus of 4. If it's 1, you'd have a bonus of -4.
I just want you.
But I have. So, what does having the talent in history do?
Having a talent is just an additional +2, regardless of whatever your modifier is.
Oh, so I just get with 3 wit, I just get 0. I just get no modifier to
yeah.
history.
Okay, so you've just rolled a
rolled.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not super uncommon knowledge, but what you all kind of know is that Old Worlders are a powerful and wise race of mechanical ancients, and that most of them are gone. However, there is a nation far to the south where the leader is an Old Worlder who claims to be kind of guiding humanity. And it kind of seems that this is the entity she's referring to.
I want you to know I rolled a nat 19 -3.
-3? Yeah.
-3.
Yeah, so at the very least, you are, like, certain as to whom she's referring. She is referring to the current protector of the southern nation of Lafos Karos.
I may not know much, but
Yeah.
So Otter just kind of looks around and just kind of gauge everyone's interest. So Jade, Zaf,
I nod hurriedly as if I'm waiting for the show to get on the road.
Yep. Elpie? Or Epi?
Epi.
Epi, sorry. I'll get it right eventually.
I expect no one to.
I saw a lot of shots. This sounds like fun.
Yep.
Now,
Dangerous, but nothing that a group of, and I just gestured generally, people can't handle.
Yeah, Lorani kind of just politely explains to you. She seems a little confused that you don't seem to know what one is, since it is a thing that most people worry about in their daily lives. But she kind of politely explains that Ashas is an elemental being that comes from the moon and tries to kill us for whatever reason, and we should meet them with similar fashion.
I was gonna ask, are we transporting a singular Shoss or multiple Shosses?
She looks at you and goes, just one for now, but if I can trust you, we can do this again.
Yeah.
So there's more money in it.
Are we transporting the corpse as well?
She kind of chuckles and goes, no, we need this one alive. Kill it. She said, kill it. Kill it if you have to.
No, sorry. Let me clarify. You said that there was a corpse and also a live one.
She kind of nods and takes you into a back room and goes, I suppose I should be a little bit more transparent then. And she kind of shows you some of the work she's done. As she kind of opens a shelf and you just see a dead, decomposing Shoss. With some piping running through their chest, as there's all sorts of fluids being run through them and samples being collected by machines that have been constructed.
Jade pokes it.
Can I roll like a technology check to like ascertain like what exact kind of magic is being siphoned out of this thing? Okay.
You see, I think I'm more okay with this shop
Actually,
now.
I would say something a bit more than just technology is going on here. I would say make it a spellcraft roll.
Make it a spellcraft roll? Okay,
Yeah,
well, if
this
that
is
the case...
I dropped my d20!
If that is the case, then I rolled a 17.
Okay. The almost fluid that is running through this piping is raw magic, basically. She is extracting the respiration of the soul and is almost simulating as if they were alive. And she kind of sees the horror that strikes your face as you realize that she's basically trying to fake a soul for these things that have already died. And she's like, so what I'm trying to get to the bottom of here is what allows them to produce such power, and what weaknesses does that allow them to be vulnerable to? I need living samples, I need dead samples, I will take whatever I can get. But I need you to prevent others from stopping me. I believe that there are hostile factions that wish to see this work halted. If you can be discreet about this, I will pay well.
Why would anyone want to halt this kind of progress if it's as innovative as you say it is?
She kind of laughs and says, that's what I'm saying. Oh, crimes against humanity. Oh, giving... You know, and she starts kind of almost making fun of her political opposition right in front of you.
Yes.
They're right, they're right. They come down here to kill us. They come down here to kill us. I see no need in showing them dignity. She kind of stands her ground, and she says, and I am inclined to believe that those who are against me are siding with them.
Yeah,
this is some dirty money that you guys are getting involved with.
Well, lucky for you, I say as I wrap my arm around her shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm on the side of money, and you seem to have a lot of it.
Otter's just nodding in agreement as she's saying, like, yeah, they're not worth respect. I'm like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, and many of you have probably lost a loved one at the hands of the Shosses, as these are kind of the prominent threat to this world.
Maybe. Can't really remember.
Yeah. Otter's whole posture just changed. Like, he's no longer like he's no longer silly, goofy, wacky. He's like pretty serious now.
So she goes, okay. So I will have you transport this one. And she kind of shows, she kind of opens up a curtain and shows you a Shoss that is kind of full of tranquilizers and is completely sedated, unconscious. And goes, I need you to transport this to Lafos Karos and deliver it to Masarion Loud directly. Tell him that I sent you, and you will receive what is necessary from
What'd
that.
you put in that thing to keep it asleep this long?
She kind of, just kind of shows you a bottle.
So much morphine.
Yeah.
So much morphine.
Yeah, that Shoss is just drugged out of their fucking mind.
Horse tranquilizers.
Like, yeah,
Having
horse
a hell of a good time
tranquilizer,
right now.
like the shit the dentists use.
I was gonna say that Shaw's is in a fucking K-hole right now.
Yeah, and they have like an IV drip. And she basically says, I can package this thing up and put it in a transport vehicle for you all. I'm safe to assume that you are accredited, and she kind of motions to the postmerc, trying to see some paperwork from your guild. Because she's kind of realizing she was a little hasty to reveal all this to you guys.
Now, while
More
this
like
is
desperate.
highly illegal, and I am contractually obligated to put up documented information on my deliveries to the Postman's Guild, I suppose this shop doesn't have to be for the Postman's Guild.
Yeah.
Don't forget, money.
Yeah. And she just kind of says, I'm looking for your work as a free party. I'm just looking for someone who's qualified. You know, this doesn't need to be on the books, but know that they'll thank us in the future.
And I need to do this. Is she very clearly only asking him for something, or is she just kind of like looking at our party, holding out her hand?
She's kind of pleading because she realizes that she's said way too much, and if you guys don't go along with this, she's probably going to...
I am going to assuage all of her fears right now. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Albany puts a hand in her fluff, in her hair fluff,
And just tussles
And-
it.
pulls it back out, and there is a little hooded raven on her hand. And she puts over the hooded raven and puts the raven in her hand.
Lorania's just kind of holding a raven in her hand, just kind of staring at it.
Yep.
She's a little confused. Does the raven do anything?
It just says hi.
Hi.
Albany just doesn't understand what she wants, so it's like, okay, this is what I have. Here you go.
Lorania just goes, thank you. Do you want me to keep this? There's no trade necessary. I was going to, you know, test you, but I'll take this exotic meat.
She snatches back the raven very quickly. She understands what the word meat means.
Yep. So I look at the group and I look back at the doctor and I go, I think that we're all in. And when do we start?
She says, how about we try a bit of an aptitude test? Just to make sure. You'll receive your payment after the job. That's okay, right?
I mean, payment for services rendered makes sense.
Absolutely. Then consider this a smaller first job that might get you all some traveling funds. And she kind of goes, the road is dangerous, but I just want to make sure you're qualified. So she kind of asks you to join her, and she exits the facility, and takes you through the city, and you kind of head down maybe a block or two through some high security doors. She flashes a card, lets her in, and she just turns to the guard and goes, "Bear with me," and the guard just kind of opens the gate for you all. And she kind of takes you into just a dark, secluded basement with a bunch of... Oh my god, the bot stopped doing music.
Oh, I thought that was intentional.
Oh no, I'm quiet in here.
You
that was
know
intentional.
what? Good timing, actually. So she kind of takes you into this lab, and what you see is just a bunch of bodies floating in stasis. And they seem to be almost like artificial constructs or something.
Bunch of old rollers?
Not quite old worlders, but not dissimilar. These are not beings that seem to have any sort of soul. But boy oh boy, do they have bodies. And they almost have this like blob-like shape and just a massive wriggling limbs, you know, tons of arms, tons of legs, almost like a fucking millipede with like a human-esque face. And she just goes, I'd like to make sure you're all combat ready if that's okay. And then her arm opens up and reveals a clipboard, and you know, she snatches a pen out that was tucked behind her ear, and she begins taking notes, and she goes, you don't mind if I take some notes on something else we've been working on, if that's okay, right?
Otter shakes his head. I don't mind. It's been a while since I've seen some combat.
We have to fight before we get paid. I was kind of hoping to fight after.
I will be making another door slot, except this one will not be in the door.
Ugh.
Hold on.
Oh boy.
Jade reaches kind of into their shell back area and pulls out their 2 shield and just kind of clangs them together. It's like, clang, clang, I'm a tough bug. Let's go.
She smiles and nods and goes, fantastic. Okay. Please don't break anything.
No promises. As I pull out my right hand and I give it like a quick shake, and this super cool like laser shield pops open. I pull the guan down the other arm and I'm ready to go.
As soon as she mentions like not breaking anything, I get into sort of like a combat stance. I'm open-handed at this point, and I'm like, you asked me to fight, not to not break things. You get one or the other. And I clap my hands together really
She sighs and goes fine and presses a button as blast shields close over to extra tubes.
Yeah, I clap my hands together really hard, and something that y'all may not have noticed because they're not that intricate is some pretty basic looking like spiked cuffs that I have on my gloves are actually fairy rings, and that's how I channel all of my fucking magic directionally. The moment I do that, all of the fucking like jewels on my teeny tiny little horns start to glimmer a lot, and like a larger, much more elaborate second set of horns forms out of that sort of shimmering material that I was talking about. And then more of it just starts to start pouring out from like the bony extrusions on my body to form the nanite swarms that kind of just go around me. Because I'm assuming those have to be on the field.
The weapons?
Yes. Yeah, because I have 3 of them. I'm assuming they're going to be like their own, what's it called, unit with a tile and all that.
I am going to be drawing the thing that you are all fighting right now.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I have a question while you're doing that. So in my, I didn't know if I could do this to start with because I didn't know what kind of overpowered it would be. Can I say that Jade's 2 bronze shields each have like a very basic kind of deflecting fairy ring on the front to kind of just like kind of deflects magic off of it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of implied that if you're playing a Vanguard, your shields are treated for magic.
Okay.
Yeah. So you kind of are fighting this giant gelatinous thing. It's kind of hard to describe it as anything else. Its body is kind of an inky black, and it has a soft, glossy texture. And it kind of roars and hisses as the restraints are lifted and the blast doors close. And Lorania just smiles and goes, this thing is a synthetic life form that my colleagues and I have been working on as a bit of a side project. I just want to make sure it won't kill any of you before I bother with the pay. I hope that's fine.
We're allowed to kill it?
She gives you a big old thumbs up and goes, just leave me a corpse and I'll be happy.
No, it's funny. This isn't the first time that I've gotten roped into shenanigans with a mad scientist. Here we go again.
Okay, everybody roll for initiative.
Now to roll for initiative, it's D20 plus what?
Dex bonus.
Oh, I'm gonna roll so low. I have a -4 to my dex. Let's go.
I rolled a 1,
Hey,
baby.
not bad. 12.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Okay, so
I
these...
rolled an 18, but that's -3, so that's a 15.
Yeah, mine is in taking my dex negative into account. I rolled a 16, so it's 12.
Okay, let me kind of draw the battle grid here. So we have the 4 test tubes with synthetic life forms. There is a door to the back, although that has been sufficiently sealed through many layers of security.
Basically to imply that we're stuck in this room for the battle.
More or less. Yeah, you've gotten roped into killing a fucking synthetic life form. And I'm going to draw where each combatant is. So first is, I suppose, Lorania. We will have this mechanical arm to represent.
Big beefy arm.
Yeah. We will have the SPOS, that's what it's called, which is occupying a 2x2 location and is kind of in the middle of the room here. Just all stanced up and kind of fucking hungry. So there's that thing, and it is facing that way. I suppose I'll have arrows for facing on their own layers. Character sheet. So what's everyone's initiative? Who would have won?
15.
I did.
Okay, so
Otter's going last, baby.
Otter has a 1. I suppose I should roll for the SPOS, actually. Hold on.
No, it goes last. It always goes last.
Okay.
Please.
This thing has rolled a 14. Enemy is a 14. Who had a 15?
Me.
Or wait, no, enemy 14, sorry. Jade, 15. Does anyone have higher than that?
I have an 18.
Oh, wow.
A bean.
I got a 7.
A bean.
Okay.
7. And then I got 12.
Okay, I need to, like, check everyone's character names because I don't have them memorized yet.
I posted them in the Urchin's Fall chat.
Thank you.
Oh, it's,
okay.
yeah, mine's
Zaf.
Zap with twiffs.
So Zaf is 12?
Yep.
And, Mir, how do I spell your
Albany.
character's name?
A-L.
A-L.
B-I-D-I.
Albidi. And that's
Albany
an
with a
8.
bit in it. Albany.
And I suppose I should roll for Lorania in case she actually wants to ever help.
Yeah.
I like it.
She rolled a 2.
4. Wow, okay, wow, perfect.
Fantastic. Okay. Where's everyone standing?
What is our, like, I'm guessing there's probably, like, a designated area where we can pick up spaces.
Where'd we come in?
Yeah.
Y'all came in from this door, so you're probably here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is... I think in this situation, it's important to establish whatever you think would be fair starting locations for us, given how far away you might want us to start from the enemy. So I'm largely leaving it up to you here, like where our actual available areas to stand are.
I think as far as where I would stand is I'd be front of the party.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same, because, again, 2 shields.
Yeah, the 2 vanguards front of the party.
Okay.
I would definitely be not the back line, but I'd be in the middle.
Okay, so there's our little token for Otter.
Nice.
We'll make our token for Jade. We will... Maybe I should label these. Hold on. Jade. Yeah.
Might not be a bad idea.
Let me look at,
You could just pick colors.
Otter. Was Lorania separate? Okay.
None of us have the same first letter of her name. You could just do letters.
That's true.
Oh, true. I like drawing little characters.
I do like the little
Yeah.
stylized characters.
This is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. We've got Mir's character, Albini. Albidi.
Albany.
Albany.
When you first said that, I thought you said nobody. I was like, oh, that's cool.
I almost went with that, ironically.
Okay. And then we have Spiral's character, Zeph. Zaf. Boop. And then you kind of had shorter hair.
Yep, all wrapped up in the back.
Like a ponytail?
And then like buns. And then just a fucking massive set of ears.
Big ears, big elf ears.
Okay.
Big ears, big,
And
big
then we
ears.
probably have our post merch somewhere in the back.
Yeah, somewhere in the back line.
And
Full of knives.
what does your guy look like?
He's
Full of
little
knives.
Yeah, full of knives. No, he's a little robed guy. He's got just softly fuzzy hair.
Yeah, Zegan.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, a
I
Zegan
was
with
gonna
fuzzy
say,
hair.
I get like Thief from Fire Emblem vibes, but with horns.
Yeah.
Cause Zegan.
Okay. And I would say it's probably safe to assume you're all kind of facing that way.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably come up with some kind of token for my fucking swarm and for Albides as well, because don't you have like a creature? Yeah. We're gonna need those.
I can just do like colored dots.
Yeah.
That works.
We can do blue for is this one Albie? No, that's
Nope.
Zaf.
That's me.
Yeah, Zaf, Z-E-F-F?
Z-A-F-F.
Zaf.
Zaf. Just Zaf.
Albidi. JRPGs. Okay. This is where our fight begins. There we go. Okay, who's up first? Epine. Yep. So this suppose comes shambling out. Blah! Blah! You know, it is getting ready to lunge towards the party. As everyone draws their weapons in front of Rania, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm assuming I did not channel after using my punching a hole, so I'm down to 1 spell slot right now.
You're already down to 1 spell slot? Oh, Lord.
Oh goodness.
I didn't channel after doing that earlier.
Okay,
so,
okay.
I didn't go.
And
Yeah.
instead, I'm going to cast Return to Sender and use my last spell slot to enchant my knife. And
Okay.
then Epine just going to start pulling knives. Actually, how close am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm within range.
Might need to move.
I'm just barely within range, but
Oh, nice.
Epine just starts pulling like handfuls of knives out of his robes and just starts throwing them wholesale at the enemy.
Okay, so you're doing a weapon strike with what? This is firearms category?
I think I went with it was blade.
Okay.
Blade's light, I think, is
Yeah,
what.
because blades
like-
light are
Okay.
thrown. Actually, 6. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I gotta move a little bit. I'm gonna move like right in the middle of everybody.
Okay. I will move you right now. Epine.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you
That'll
are.
put me just right, and I'm just gonna throw my return to sender knife right at it, and let's see what I roll. Nat 20, baby.
God damn!
Hell yeah, right off the bat, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's a
Beautiful
strong
start. Beautiful start.
Yeah.
This is why I have my lucky dice.
Okay. How much damage are we talking here?
It's not even gonna be that much. Is that critical hit? Is that double base dice?
Yeah, roll twice.
Okay. 1d6. A 1. Okay, looking great. A 6. Okay. All right. So 7 plus 6. That's 13 damage right there.
Okay. Ba-bam. This thing takes 13 damage now. The fucking knife hits it clean in the middle of the mask, almost splitting it in two, and clearly wounding this thing as the goop starts to reassemble and reform. Because this thing is like a horrifying fucking sludge monster.
Can he just sort of like looks to himself and goes, "Wait,
Yeah.
that was my lucky knife."
But
And then
but
just-
you
just-
punched a mail slot clean right between its eyes.
Epine just goes, "That was my lucky knife," and then just uses return to sender and pulls it right back to his hand.
Okay, so how much damage do you do on the way back with Return to Sender?
None, because I don't hit anything.
No, you can hit it on the way back if the knife went clean through it.
Oh, it went clean through it then, yeah. All right.
Yeah, if you're pulling the knife right back to your hand, that hits again.
All right, return to sender means...
Yeah.
Oh, it's just directional weapon strike. Oh, it's the same attack on the way back. All right.
Oh, fantastic, but now you hit it
Damn.
from the back. Which means
Alright.
its guard is much easier to break.
Do I hit with a 18?
God, yes. Okay, roll for damage, and I believe your knives have follow-up, so they do extra damage on the second hit.
This is true. That's an extra d6. So 3 and 4. 7 plus 6, another 13.
Good shit. This thing has taken 26 damage, just like that.
I just immediately got lucky with my knife.
God
I'm like,
fucking
hey.
damn. Okay. Next turn goes to Jade.
Me.
What do you do?
I think I'm just gonna do some really basic stuff. I'm looking through the spells and the descriptions just to make sure there's nothing else I want to do. Earth magic. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna run up to it and punch it in the face with my shield.
Okay. Where do you go? Here or here?
Like literally just right in front of it.
Like right there.
Oh, is that the front? Yeah, right there. That's what I was thinking.
Yep. Okay. So what does whacking it with your shield do?
Let's see. Shield is 1d6 plus 2 blunt, and it inherits from stance. So that add my stance bonus when I roll, right?
Yes.
All right, and stance. This is a half strike, so I'm gonna hit it twice.
Okay.
Let's see. 7 plus 4 is 12. And 5 plus 4 is a 9. I did not roll well.
Okay.
I blew all my luck in one go.
Yeah, you kind of attempt to punch it, but your fists and your shields just kind of sink into its body without really doing any damage.
It goes, oh shit.
Yeah. So it is just kind of hissing at you, but also kind of arcing its neck over you, trying to get at the rest of the party at the same time.
I got its attention, and that's
You
the
sure
tank's job.
did. All right, who's next in the turn order? Dispose. It is kind of pissed, and it kind of arcs clean over and just climbs right next to the party. Doing that, and it kind of rotates itself this way to kind of face everyone as it kind of pools into liquid on the ground in a plus shape around that. Like this. Everyone within this plus, I need you to make a instinct reaction roll.
Oh god.
So did it just walk right through Jade because of its goopy nature?
It just arched its legs over like a fucking giraffe.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
this
think-
thing is wonky and lanky and like fucked up and weird. And it just stepped right over and is attempting
God.
to hit everyone.
So instinct reaction is just d20 with instinct modifier.
Yep.
I sure did roll a 5 minus 2. That's a
20. I got
So
a
I
nat
want-
20, but that's also -1. So it's a
Okay.
I want you all to know I have an instinct of 1, so this is a 13 minus 4, a 9.
Oh no! The difficulty value is 11. Anyone who rolled higher than that, you are free to go. So kinda, you pretty much evade the spikes that suddenly shoot out of this goo. But Speaks and Tag, both of you are hit by this gel that almost instantly solidifies, like that of a spear. Take 1d8.
I rolled the 1d8?
Well, I'm going to roll the d8.
I was gonna say,
To see-
do we get to roll our own damage? Ooh.
That would be crazy. Where the fuck is my d8? Here we go. Okay. Tag, you are taking 9 damage from its bonus.
Right off the bat. Okay.
Yup.
9.
And Speaks, you are going to be taking... 10. This thing is a threat.
Hopefully not after I'm done with it.
Okay. It kind of ungoops and recomposes itself. That is a picture of the moon. Zaph, it's your turn.
Okay, so I would like to put my tokens on the field, my little swarm tokens. I have 3 of them.
Absolutely.
I kind of want to just have them all like in front of me, because if I understand swarm tokens correctly, they can stack on each other.
They can, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
if we were playing this in actual IRL, we would just stack 3 coins on top of each other. Or poker
Gotcha.
chips, or any other flat disc-like object.
And would I be right to assume that, what the heck was I gonna ask? Would I be right to assume that they have the same movement that we all do, a movement of 4?
What does it say in the parenthetical next to command for your weapon?
It's actually a good point. I will check real quick. Because I had my spells up. Okay, let me look. Let's see. So command, just scatter 3. Command 1 + 1. Oh, okay. So it's
Okay.
1 + 1 times the amount that are there. So in this case, it'd be 1 + 3 for a total of 4. Gotcha.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay,
as
cool.
a group, they can move by 4, but if they split up, their movement is reduced. You can also
Okay.
pick them up and carry them with you to
Okay.
help them transport after they split up.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, I just kind of have them in front of me there. I'm gonna do 2 things. One, I'm gonna command that whole heckin' swarm to go hit it at its butt. So just move 2 spaces forward and go hit it at its butt.
Okay. 1 and 2. Hit it at the butt. So I believe that's what? Roll to hit.
It's a D20 plus my charm, which in this case is +4.
Okay.
Okay, so let me roll that real quick. Nat 20.
God damn!
What is going on?
Hell yeah.
today?
Whoa,
So I
okay.
roll twice and take the better damage result? Or is it just roll twice and add them both together?
Roll twice add.
Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so it's 1d4 times 3, so it's 3d4
You're rolling
twice. Gotcha.
6d4 to just drill into this
6d4.
thing's back with nano machines.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here. We've got... Oops. Total of 17 damage.
Whew.
So what happens is I'm basically just using like my hands to sort of like guide them in general directions. So I'm sort of just going ooh and moving them around. And this big swarm of like shimmering blue gem looking crap just sort of like goes behind this thing very slowly, and then all of a sudden all of it coalesces into just to like a wall of blue spikes that just fucking stab this thing in the butt.
Yeah, this thing
And then
is
like immediately retract
Yeah.
and turn back into a swarm.
This thing is completely caught off guard as basically 3 drills hit it from behind and then almost detonate in its chest, tearing it apart as its chest splatters out onto the ground.
And funny thing, that whole situation, so with the command, does moving them and attacking, is that 1 half strike, or would that be a half strike each for a full?
To make them attack and move just now, that was a half strike. If you
Half
wanted
strike?
to command them to attack again, that would be another half strike.
Gotcha. Okay, I don't actually. I have a better idea. I need to make sure that my range is good on this spell, but I need to just double check. Okay. Range of 3. Would you say it's within 3, or would I have to move forward once in order to make it within 3?
3 includes diagonals. It is within range.
Okay. Cool.
Although
Then-
you could move a step towards, like, Larania or up and to the left, just so you don't risk hitting a party member or anything.
Okay, well, what I'm casting is a 2x2 square, so it's just going to
Thank you
take
for
up
the
the space
hydrate.
occupying it.
Oh lord, this poor bastard. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. After that, and I see that those nanites like get right in there. I'm like, oh yeah, dead on. And then I clap my hands again, and I sort of just like hold them up like I'm trying to lift this thing with both hands, and I cast a zero gravity field on it.
Ooh, okay. What does zero gravity field do?
Roll to make a low strike using wit against all targets in range of the spell. Each target this attack is successful against is lifted high and made weightless. The target will be marked as prone from all directions for the next incoming attack.
Good shit.
I would presume that would last until like end of turn or something like that.
Prone is really nasty. It needs to spend a half strike getting up.
Gotcha. So this will just knock it prone. Okay, so this is a low strike using my wit. My wit bonus is 1. Okay, let's hope this actually. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. Oof, 10.
Ooh, that hits.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
this thing is not well guarded from beneath, as it often tends to pool on the floor. So getting under it has really disoriented it, as it's kind of lifted up into the air and kind of flails in all directions, like some sort of omnidirectional liquid chainsaw.
All right, hot sauce gang, wide open for you.
Okay.
And I'm not moving. I'm not going to spend my movement.
Next up is Albany.
Hooray. Oh, mic violence. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reach in to my hair, and the entire arm, just like little birds, start marching out onto it.
So cute.
A bunch of crows.
We go on like Disney princess vibes.
The crows.
There we go.
And I whisper to them and have them go start pecking at its face.
Okay. So you spend a half strike to command them to move in and attack?
Yep.
Okay. From the front, I presume?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Swarms. Don't forget it's prone. It's prone. It's prone.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are a charisma, so that's a 12.
I'll say while this thing is prone, that's gonna hit.
Yay.
I love the idea of it like floating in the air and it's like its mask is just kind of there amongst all the goops, so they just fly up and start pecking at the mask specifically.
So that's gonna be, if I understand correctly, since it's command and it's 3, it would be 4 damage?
It would be 3d4,
3d4, okay.
since all 3 of your birds are attacking.
That's gonna be 5 damage.
Okay. This thing has taken 50 damage already. Not bad, y'all. Not bad.
Feeling it. I'm feeling it.
I'm feeling like it's time for an Invisalign check.
It's
That
the
shit is
Invisalign check,
in.
baby.
I also got a bit of a hydration check, and I'm out of water. So once
think
this
it might be
turn
good. Hold
ends,
on.
I am going to refill my water.
Cool. Wise.
Okay. What do you do with your remaining half strike?
Bruh.
I get my pizza.
You're getting your pizza. Your pizza's here.
Yeah, I already
Dude,
got it. I
we
got
can
it.
we can take a moment right now for you to grab your pizza and for me to refill my water.
I literally just grabbed it, but if a bathroom break could be taken,
You want a bathroom break?
I got pee.
Okay. Let's get through Lorania and Tag's turns,
Okay.
and then
so
we'll take a quick bathroom break.
in that case, I am gonna do a quick. Oh god, I had it and now it's gone. Pulse sphere.
Okay.
Can the direction be from low since it's in the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say though, at your height, it's probably just gonna be probably like from the side, if anything.
Damn you height.
Just because you're so tall and the roof is not that high.
Yeah. that's
So
fine.
I'm gonna say this is probably like a side strike.
So it says make a dex/wit. Is it one or the other, or am I?
Whichever
dividing?
one's better.
That's pretty
Whichever
cool.
one's better. Okay.
That way melee builds don't get fucked out of spellcasting.
True.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, both of mine are minuses.
Oh no.
Oh,
Well, that's a damn shame. Whichever one's less bad then.
So it's a 9.
Okay, a 9 to hit with Pulse Sphere does not connect.
Okay, that's fair.
You kind of shoot this round, and this ball just kind of flies over Tag's head and just kind of sinks into its body, disrupting its gravitational, like, body, but you just kind of see ripples form on its surface as it's disturbed by this. Lorania's turn. She sits there and takes notes for the full duration. She is furiously writing down everything she can, and seems to be enjoying herself.
I hope she's taking down the double mail slot technique.
Tag.
All right, so I take my Guanda, I give it a cool spin, and I slam it on the ground at the same time as I take a big step into the ground by casting Floor Flip.
Ooh, okay.
It is a stance reaction roll.
Okay, this thing needs to react based on its stance.
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm also recalled, it's still prone, right?
It is. What is the difficulty value of Floor Flip?
DV11.
That is a shame because I just rolled an 18.
Oh, damn, okay.
Does,
That's a damn shame.
does Floor Flip have effects even if it misses?
Each target that fails this roll may be tossed one tile in any direction and takes damage, so no. So basically, like, you see, like, the floor flip up, and that's what happens. So I guess, yeah, it just doesn't... It's 3 tiles, so I just, like, send it outwards to flip it.
Yeah. You just kind of spin the ground beneath it.
Yeah, to try to get it to flip up.
But it doesn't quite reach high enough to just bat it out of the air.
Yeah, and I was
Or
like,
rather, it would have, but it retracts its body towards the ceiling.
ooh. In that case, so as it moves up, I then do. So let me ask you a question, Rocco. So I still have a half strike left. One-handed weapons count as a half strike?
Any weapon that is not heavy counts as a half strike.
Cool. So in that case, what I'm going to do is, if it's up on the roof, I'm going to use my back jets to spend a spell slot because I spent 2 already, so I got 1 left. And you hear me rev up like a fucking jet engine. And I just launch myself at this fucking thing on the roof, and just try to bury my Guandao into it.
Okay.
With a stance attack.
Okay. Roll to hit.
So, like, is it still considered prone, or has this thing spent time moving itself out of the prone position? I'm not really sure how that works.
Prone basically just means that it needs to spend a half strike getting up, but I guess it's kind of managing to dodge in midair regardless.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
goofy.
It's very
It's
wiggly.
a little goofy.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if prone had like a material effect on the guard compass or not.
Let me check the rules. I did write them myself. There could have been. There could not be. This game has changed enough over time. Let's see. Prone. Control F. Prone. Here we go. The target is knocked over or pinned and must spend a half strike getting up before taking an action on their next turn. Certain powerful monsters or boss characters may have a resistance to this status, allowing them to continue to be marked as prone, but to forego the expenditure of a half strike when recovering.
That's it.
Yes, it makes it so they have to spend a half strike and they're vulnerable to certain attacks.
Yeah, so like in my case, if the target, it's like I have a target thing here. It says if this attack is a critical hit. So like if it has an if, cool, okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So yeah, but I was just following the narrative too of just like, oh, it's linked up to the air. Cool. I'm gonna fire my jets.
Yeah.
And just fucking launch myself into it and swipe with my Guando.
Super
And that is
Mario
a-
jump.
Oh yeah, and that is more like a jet just firing up and launching into it with the full force of a fucking jet engine. And that is a 25 to hit.
Huh?
It's
What?
a stance weapon. I rolled a 16. 16 plus 4. So that's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Sorry, I have a stance of 9. I was like,
Oh,
plus
okay.
nine.
You added the wrong.
Damn.
I know. I was
the
like,
wrong thing.
whoa. So that's a
Yeah,
19
stance,
to
got
hit.
the charm.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
it's a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. So this thing is thrashing and flailing about in midair. Although it seems to have begun to recompose itself, the moment it does, you fucking rocket up and just pin it to the ceiling, skewering
And
it through for how much damage?
7 points of slashing damage.
Okay. This thing has taken 57 damage. And with that, turn 1 draws to a close. Let's make it a fancy 7. And I'm going to give everyone a quick moment for a bathroom break.
Yes, good call.
And when do we want to come back? 7:35 at 7:31 right now.
Yeah, give it like 5-6 minutes.
How does that
Yeah,
sound for
I'm
y'all?
good.
Anyone
I'm
need a
good.
little
Sounds good.
longer?
No, I should be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will put us on the office scene.
Alright, cool.
So you guys can
Be right back.
hang with chat. I will be right back as well.
Me too.
What if I think chat's stinky?
Chat. Here's a question. Here's a question. We can't put a poll up. Well, actually, we could. We're mods. Put a poll up. Chat. Are you stinky? Yes or no?
It doesn't matter if they are. I think they are. So they are. You're stinky.
Hey, come on now. Come on now. I think we need to put up a poll for this. I feel like we really should. Quick poll. Chat, are you stinky? Yes, no, or very yes?
Oh, you aren't allowing rigging.
Of course not. It's an opinion poll.
Yeah, that's why you let it be rigged.
Also, Johnny's here now. Hi, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
We're on a quick break. It's going well. We're beating up this creature. We're actually kind of kicking the shit out of it, as far as I can tell. Don't see the poll. Huh, that's odd.
We are.
I think we're having a good time. Are y'all having a good time?
I didn't expect this to go so long, though. I had a thing.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I might have to go.
It's only been about a couple hours. I don't know. Might be a good cutoff time here at 7. Or 8, I should say. Sorry, in Central. Oopsie.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm having a really good time. This is really fun.
Me too. I like the way the system is working.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we have the obligatory JRPG trope of big bad intro monster. So we can learn how the game works.
Right. have Rocco take my thing. This is important. I gotta go.
Okay, bye, Mirror. I'm waiting for the inevitable shoe to drop when like all the raid magic we have works against us. Well, I know I have raid magic. I know Epine has raid magic. Who else has raid magic? Is it just us two?
I don't know. I have Earth and a little bit of light, and I know Tag is all Earth.
Okay, so it might just be us two that have the raid then. Rocco, Mir had an important thing to go do, so we're gonna have to remote play Mir's character for the duration.
Fucked up. What if chat collectively controlled Mir's character?
Oh lord.
Oh god. Chat doesn't know the. So that sounds fun, but
They don't know the rules of the game.
I don't know where Mir's character sheet is.
That's true. That's true. Wait, where's Mir's character sheet?
I don't think they shared it anywhere.
Oh,
No,
never
they
mind.
put it in
No,
the side
no, no,
chat.
no. I just got it in the DM.
I was gonna say, I thought that he
Yeah.
would share it with you at least.
There it is. Let me take a look at this thing. So what spells does he have? Immovable, stands 0 gravity field, heavy feet, weightless, wielding, blinding haze, and gravity well. Mir's build is full dark. All dark, dark, dark. And
Who was it who was Raiden Dark?
that is a
Who's
good
what?
question.
That was me. That was me.
Okay.
Yeah. I used one of my dark slots. Yeah, I used one of my dark slots. I have one dark and one raid left.
Right, and you have some Nano Swarm.
Zoom gaming.
Tag is.
Yeah.
Also,
It's-
one.
I struggle a little bit to like associate just voices with like who I'm actually talking to.
That is
I'm
fair.
trying to figure out who everyone is.
Albidi.
enough.
With the birds.
Albidi.
Yeah, Mir's LBD.
So-
Spiral is Zaf with the nanites. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, for
Speaks
future
is
streams,
Epine.
I'd like to set up a little bit of stuff on the overlay, just to say like player name, character name.
Yeah.
But this is my first time DMing anything, so I really didn't want to get like too.
You're doing real. I'm having a great time. This is awesome.
Thank you.
you're doing
every
great.
time anyone asks Lorania a question, I just start sweating profusely.
I thought that was
I could
just
hear
the
the long
character.
pauses.
Yeah. You thought she was nervous to be asking you guys to illicitly transport dead or alive space aliens. That's because she is nervous. Okay. How are we gonna handle this LBD situation? Does any one of the two of you wanna, or two of you, of the four of you want to just like control LBD?
We could take turns. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
a feeling based on the damage we're dealing, this fight's not going to go on too much longer.
I was gonna say we're kind of beating the crap out of this thing, so I assumed that it was gonna go down in the next turn.
Hero punchers, how bloody is it?
Uh,
Have we hit bloody?
this thing is, you know how like, because this thing is very slime-like. I suppose I'll kind of show you. It's this thing. Its mask has been like completely shattered, and is being held together with glue from the knife that went through its face. Its chest has just a gash in it that is just leaking a much thinner fluid than what its body is composed of. What's up, Tag? I'm just going over the damage that this thing has sustained.
Mir had to go.
Yeah, Mir had to go, so you guys are going to be controlling his character.
Cool.
So this thing is just like gooping onto the floor. Well, what other head's connected with it?
I've really pinned it to the roof.
Yeah, it's kind of shish kebabbed right now. It is having a hard time maintaining its form, but it still has a lot of fight left in it. So it's kind of like when a lion pounces on a zebra. It's a very angry zebra right now. So the next turn begins. Epine. This thing is pinned to the ceiling. It is your turn to act. What are we doing?
I can make this worse.
Yeah? What are we doing?
Is what I would say if I had spell slots. Whoops.
Good channel.
I could. Or hear me out now. Spare a couple of spell slot, neighbor.
Here's me just like fucking like running my my back horns like jets.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of out.
You are next to hella people who could lend you a spell slot, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Next to Albany.
What have you got?
Yeah, anyone got, what element are you looking for? I think you should clarify.
Oh, I would love a water and any other. I technically want two, but you know.
I can say with certainty you are the only person in the party with water magic.
Damn.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to
what?
channel to get it back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to channel.
Yeah, you've got one water, one fire, one raid.
Well, tell you what.
Zaf has raid, but I don't know if he spent it already or not.
I have one raid.
One raid.
I have one raid.
Tell you what, I will not peel you of any right now. I'm gonna think real quick.
I had an idea, but I don't really know if it's like. It would be very metagamey for me to tell you what I'm doing without it being my turn.
Nah.
I will say Epine and Jade can act in any order here, so we can have Jade attack while you think if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and swing first. I'll take
Oh shit, okay, so I see this thing getting like flung in the air with zero gravity and getting pinned higher and higher, like, oh sweet! And Jade slams their two shields into the ground and I'm gonna cast Hidden History.
Ooh, okay. Roll to hit.
Yeah, it says create Great Spike of Stone, each enemy, make a low strike, power instinct against them, so my power is 6. So, yeah, come on, baby, give me something good. There's a 5 plus 3.
A 5 plus 3 to hit?
Plus 1. 5 plus 1. That's a 6. God damn it.
Damn. Is Hidden History a full strike or a half?
It's a half.
Okay, so missing's not terrible.
So, do I still spend my spell slots if I miss?
Yeah, perhaps I ought to change it so that doesn't happen, because missing spells fucking sucks.
Mm-hmm.
We'll discuss this later, I think.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point of contention.
Here's what happens. Jade casts the spell, and a giant spike of glowing green crystal comes out of the ground, and it like goes up towards the thing, but the thing's like floating and been pinned, so it's just too high at this point, so the spike doesn't quite reach. And for anyone who, I don't know, no one may notice this because they're in the middle of a fight, but the giant green crystal spikes comes out, and Jade sees that and is kind of shocked. It's like, oh, whoa. And like, they didn't expect that. But for my next half strike, I'm going to do just the basic shield attack.
Okay.
So I got a 10 plus my 4 is 14.
That hits. Yep, because you're hitting it from behind pretty much at this point.
All right, so I'm going to run up. Since it's up in the air, I'm going to run up the spike I just summoned.
Oh!
And hit it from underneath. And then nice. I can also use my free strike, Stone Fist Strike, to add damage to that.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, so as soon as you hit it with your shield, a spike of earth just pops out of
it's
it.
green crystal. Again,
Yeah.
that spike of green crystal
Yeah.
like kind of coalesces on the front of the shield.
Oh.
And let's see. So that's my shield, which is 1d6 plus 2. Maybe 6. And also, Stone Fist gives it
Just pass.
a d8.
Surprise
So I've got a d6 and a d8 here. Five and 7 plus 2. That's God math. 7. It's 14.
Okay.
Math.
Against low guard, how does that factor into it?
This thing's low guard is like 9.
Okay. Oh right, that determines whether I hit or not. Right.
Yeah. So this thing's defense from below is just not good. So pinning it to the ceiling has been just
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
So yeah, I run up the spike. Green crystal coalesces on the front of my shield. Slam it into its underside. And then as the crystal shatters and I do the hit, I like flip backwards and land back where I was standing.
Fuck yeah.
And then like there's like green crystal dust from the hit kind of like falling around me, and Jade is looking at it like,
Yeah.
this is new.
The beast screeches as, green crystal residue enters its body and begins to taint it. The part
okay.
that you strike begins to almost kind of lose its life and lose its shine as it goops to the ground and one of its legs is destroyed.
It's just, I was like, huh.
Okay.
Well, that seems to be in our favor.
Epine?
Ah, yes. Bénis-moi avec le feu.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to channel.
Okay.
I am.
Are you going to move away from where you are right now?
I was going to say I feel perfectly safe, but now I don't. So I am going to very gently inch like 2 tiles up.
Oh, so that you're to the diagonal left of me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That works out.
You're just next to Lorania. She just kind of shoots you a dirty look. Don't let that thing swing at me.
You think I was going to let it swing at me?
She just sighs and goes back to taking her notes. Okay. The monster's turn.
Has this thing unproned itself yet?
Now it does.
Ways to half
It
strike,
remains pinned to the ceiling by Tag and just this little shard residue that Jade has just bashed it with. And this time it does a similar move to what it did on the previous term, although this time it oozes along the ceiling, spreading its body thin, 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 off to the side, making an escape, and dropping right down on this group of 3.
Cool.
Make a roll to dodge from above, as this thing...
What do we use? That'd be like instinct, because that's like quick reaction.
Yeah, I would say instinct.
Oh
Instinct.
god.
Good thing my instinct is shit.
Mine, that's a 13 for me.
Okay.
Oh, please roll halfway decent.
13 is safe.
9.
God.
Oof. That's rough,
Am
buddy.
I in the spot zone here?
You are not being targeted.
Okay.
Very fortunately, it is close enough to Lorania.
I mean, going, now I don't feel safe.
It does one last thing before its turn ends. Upon landing, it splatters and its mask breaks entirely.
All right.
Gotcha. Well, that didn't seem to do much.
It has now divided into
of course.
3 smaller bodies.
Of course it has. Of course
A
it has.
lower jaw, a set of 3 legs. And the top of the face. So this thing is quickly being humbled, but it is taking the divide approach, and Lorania just starts scratching all over her notebook. Like, yes! This is fantastic. And to give you a sense of where it is facing right now it is facing that way, and that way. It is bracing itself towards as many people as possible from each direction. Almost it is trying to surround you.
I'm about to fuck it up.
Yup. All
So
right.
what happened to us when we failed that check? I guess I missed that.
Oh, right. You got stabbed real bad. This time from the ceiling.
Some of the spikies.
Yep, you're getting a D8 of damage. Who got hit? Spiral and...
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
and
did not. I'm good.
someone should probably roll for Mir's character. I will.
Well, the way I would assume that you would do it is the roll would be 1 for everyone because it's a big AoE.
Yep.
That's...
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that probably saves time. All right, everybody takes 7 damage.
Wait, everybody? Even though I saved?
Everyone that didn't save, that failed to save.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
I got the shield, so you can block it.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, it's raining. I just put it over my head.
Yeah. As its size decreases, its tempo starts to pick up again.
Small.
Oh boy.
Music ended.
Enemy
No,
3.
it didn't.
These little guys have their own actions now.
Oh no.
Of course.
This thing picks up
To
the
be honest,
speed.
I'd be surprised if they didn't.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whose turn is it next?
Mine.
Zaf.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the
So-
music bot sounds like it's starting to break.
Oh,
No, I
sorry,
can hear
man.
it still.
No, it's like cutting out and shit.
Oh.
Oh,
Sounds
now it's
fine
fine.
to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, bad time to put it down.
Oh well. No. Okay, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple of things. So first of all, I'm going to move. So moving around, like in the engagement range of an enemy, is okay, right? Without provoking opportunity attacks. So would it be safe
That
to
is
say
false.
that?
It would get a weapon strike on you. You could like
Okay.
go out and then in.
No, I mean like around. So like if I were to literally just move 1 space to the right.
1 space to the right, the legs would get a hit on you.
Okay. Well, what is this considered? This would be considered front guard then. Well, I guess if I can't do any sort of movement without getting a hit on me, I'll just stay where I'm at.
You could move there or there safely.
Oh, so it's not moving out of its engagement range, it's staying in its engagement range.
It's staying in its engagement ring while continuing to move.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be like D&D where it's like if you move out, then you get smacked.
No, that's lame.
Okay. That changes up my options a little bit. Let me consult my spells real quick here.
Okay, shifting to the offensive, I say.
Oh, always. I hit things until they fall over.
Turbo.
Let's see here.
While you look
Yeah,
through your
you know,
spells,
sure,
I would
why
like
not?
to
I
once
got it.
again thank those who are just joining us in chat. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all pulling up for this.
Okay.
Alright, you've decided?
Yep, so I'm gonna move diagonal up and to the right.
Okay.
So that's a safe space, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna be... Actually, if I can move out of its range like that and be safe, then it would make the most sense for me to move back... 2, 3... Yeah, 2 to the right and then 1 down.
You
would
can
I be able
also
to hit
just
its back
move
that way?
diagonal, so you can just do that.
That's right. You can move diagonal. Okay,
Yeah.
so would I be able to hit it from its back from that distance? Or
The
from that,
legs?
from that orientation? Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Very good. Awesome. All right. So, I basically just sort of shift myself after getting poked, and I'm just kind of like, ow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I guess we'll make them even smaller now. And I sort of create this like pulsating, like spherical distortion in my hand using one of the fairy rings on my left hand. And then my right hand, I keep concentrated in front of me, getting ready to manipulate those nanites. And I'm basically going to use 2 half strikes. I'm going to use 1 half strike to
fuck
cast
yes.
Pulse Sphere on the legs from the back.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my other half strike to command my entire swarm to smack the crap out of the face from the back.
Hell fucking yeah.
So yeah, basically
This is
create
peak
that
ringmaster gameplay right here.
Yeah, so
Doing
like,
a pincer attack with yourself.
Yep. And so that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna concentrate this orb of like distortion. It's just like reality around it is distorting. There's no color to it. And I'm just gonna huck it at the legs, and then immediately following that, I pull my other arm back, and that causes the nanite swarm to turn into another piercing wall.
Fuck yeah.
So I'll roll for Pulse Sphere first. That's Wit Directional Strike. So let me roll for that. Nice.
Yeah, what did you roll?
19.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that'll hit. I'll go ahead and roll damage for that real quick. That is a D12 plus 3 of dark damage. Not the worst, not the best roll, but still pretty good. 5 dark damage.
You can slap on your whip bonus also.
Oh, okay.
for
Is that how it's gonna
damage.
work? Okay. In that case, it'd be 5 plus 1, so 6 dark damage in total. Smacks them leggies. And then at the same time, I do my roll with the swarm. D20 plus charm. Oh, I'm rolling so well today. 18.
Oh! Yes, you are. Actually,
Okay.
wait. Damage numbers are different now that this thing's split up. Sorry, hold on. Let me just write that. So the legs have taken
6 dark damage.
6 dark damage.
And then I'll go ahead and roll the D4s for my swarm. I roll 3 of those.
Oh my god. And we got hit with another fucking raid.
Oh my god, welcome
While
Raiders,
you
kicking
roll.
ass. We're all kicking ass.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fucking hella support tonight. Ryuko, thank you for the fucking raid. Welcome on in, one and all. You know what that raid means, y'all?
It's the stinger, baby.
It's the Stinger! Woo! Welcome the fuck on in, everyone. My name is Rocco Farend. I'm a silly, wacky armadillo, as well as a game developer. And right now we are playing a game that I made all by myself. And also with my lovely friends who are playtesting it. Because QA is fucking important, and I love my testers. But it is my first time DMing anything. So it's a good thing I wrote this game, huh? Welcome on in. I hope you had a fantastic time streaming Hollow Knight, Ryuko. That game is fucking bussin'. Make sure to show her lots of love in the chat. Well, we get right back to combat. Right now, our party is in a dark underground lab, fighting a sort of blob monster that is just kind of starting to self-divide. But yeah, so you are impaling this thing's severed head in the back now?
Yeah. In this particular case, instead of turning into like multiple like spines or spikes, I'm gonna take a page from the description you did earlier, and the nanites sort of just like coalesce into a big drill that just like smacks into its back and twists rapidly, and then retracts back into a swarm cloud. In total, am I adding my charm to that? Is that how that works? We're adding our bonus for whatever weapon we use?
At the very end, yeah, you add it to damage and rolling to hit.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that the first time. Okay, good to know.
That's
not
quite
that it really mattered because I did shit tons of damage. So in this case, if I'm adding my charm bonus on top of the damage I did a total of 12 damage to this thing.
Okay. Goddamn. So the head has taken another 6 damage? Or 12?
12 damage, yeah.
Goddamn. Okay.
So yeah, the legs took 6, the head took 12.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my
Ouch,
turn.
owie, brain hurting juice.
And as soon as I see that both of those connect, I react with the most wry and slightest of smiles.
That's sick.
I'm just happy that I'm doing real good.
Hell yeah. The drill fucks its head up. Actually, let's start with the effects of your pulse sphere. The pulse sphere kind of catches itself in the back of the legs, unsurprised, as it kind of skitters and then tumbles to the ground with a soft thud and a splat before kind of recomposing itself. But what you find unusual is that the two broken pieces of the head scream out in pain.
Of course.
Although this screech is interrupted by the drill to the back of the head that splatters through the front, knocking out several of its teeth.
Yeah, it comes out the mouth. Yeah, and that's when I'd crack the cool person smile.
Okay, let's see whose turn it is next.
Cut to like a dead-on fisheye lens shot of the drill just going through its mouth from the front.
Okay. What are we gonna have Albedi do since Mir had to go AFK?
In my
notes.
In my opinion, in this situation, Albedi would probably help Otter deal with the lower mouth there in some fashion. Considering that the swarm is right there, and Albedi probably still has some slots left.
Okay.
I don't think they wrote down that.
I know I've used up 2 of my slots. The only thing I have left is my raid.
What weapons does Albedi have?
Let's take a look.
Anything other than
Swarm?
command? Because
I'm gonna assume that Albedi probably has. I'm gonna assume, for now, that Albedi probably also has some kind of natural weapon.
oh yeah,
I
like
do,
claws
since we're
and
both
horns.
Stobins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so I would think that Albedi would be able to use that, even though it looks like stance is a little low, but it's not the worst. It's 5.
Yeah. So should we have Albedi move in to do like a double melee strike or something?
I don't see why not. Box the one in so it can't really move around. Albedi hasn't really taken a ton of damage yet, I don't think.
I don't think so either. Okay.
Yeah.
Albedi moves in and rolls a 15 from the front. A fist comes in and the jaw comes up and just catches it. This hit does not connect.
Damn.
And now we roll for the birds.
Yeah, they're plus charm, I believe.
18 from behind.
God damn.
The ravens just dive in, and for a moment, just kind of simmer in there before splitting the front of its neck open.
Oh gosh.
Let's roll to hit. What is Albedi's charm bonus?
Let's take a quick look. I'm gonna assume a high since Ringmaster. Actually only +1.
That's okay. Still did 9 damage to the lower jaw.
Damn.
Nice.
Ooh.
There we go. 9 damage to the lower jaw. And this thing also has like quite a bit of torso with it.
You say that I'm like queen of positioning right now, but I'm literally just taking advantage of the fact that it's splatted in front of me.
Yeah.
And this is why I was excited about the guard compass, is because I can do cheeky shit like this.
Time for these 3 to attack.
All right.
What do I want to have them do? And in what order? First, the legs kind of spring up, and jump back. So let me grab other. They spring up in reaction to this pulse sphere, and they jump back all the way to here in a single spring. and they roll to attempt to hit Zaph from behind with claws.
Oh!
A 7 wouldn't happen to hit, would it?
Incorrect. I have a back guard of 10.
Yep. That's what I thought.
So they try to hit me with claws.
Yep.
I sort of like take my hand that casted that pulse sphere and just sort of lean it behind myself, and as the claws come up, my claws come out. Whenever I'm using my claws, they're normally like reasonably sized, but when I'm in combat, they extend because they have nanites on the tips. So they're actually like rather large, kind of like the size of like what you'd expect for like Wolverine type. So I literally just block it with my hand, and I look back and give it the most evil stare that I can possibly give.
The legs do their best in body language to almost show like submission, like all the knees point in towards each other, all sad like.
Yeah, and like I gotta stress that like the horns that come out of my head that are made out of the nanites, like they're very wild and unpredictable and respond very strongly to emotion. So they can get like more fractalized and intense when I'm angrier.
Okay. Now for the head's turn. This thing springs towards Evine, attempting to bite down and just launch a full frontal attack on you. It is going in for a bite. And let's see if it rolls to hit.
Can I have a bite? I just need a bite to eat.
It does hit.
Oh lord.
Yeah. Yeah. Am I safe to assume 18?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah. It fucking clamps down as you throw out your arm to try and block it with a knife, but it bites clean through the knife, shattering it and dealing... Whoa, hey. Yeah, don't fall off the table. 10 damage.
Ugh.
It chomps into your arm real bad.
Shit.
I will say, for reference, chat, I think probably the average player in this group probably has about 65 maximum health.
Yeah, I'm on the higher.
I know Tag and I both have 75.
I have 60. Well, 53 right now.
Big difference.
And that just leaves the lower jaw, who suddenly makes a synchronized attack with the upper jaw and attempts to close down on Tag.
Okay.
Tag, what is your back guard?
My back guard is 12. I would not be facing. Wouldn't have my back to it. I'd be facing to the left there.
Okay. And you just kind of catch this thing. Which hand do you hold your shield in, actually?
In my right hand.
Oof.
I'm left-handed.
Hence, left-hand sword.
Yeah.
Good shit. Okay. What is your guard from your vulnerable side?
I have 16 guard from the front,
God
15
damn.
from the top. Yeah.
That's one tanky
Yeah.
fucker. Oh my gosh.
This thing slams its jaws down before its teeth just kind of graze off of you.
Yeah. I'm also in full heavy armor.
Yeah, it simply cannot muster up the bite force to clamp down on you in any meaningful way. But in doing so, it has propelled itself behind you and is now kind of braced towards you. I'm gonna, it's going down that way. Whose turn is it now? Oh, it's Lurania's turn. Fantastic. She continues to spend her turn taking notes. However, this time...
She's gonna back up, yeah. I was gonna say, at what point do you just start being like, maybe I should get out of the way?
Yeah. She just takes a couple of steps back, but continues to take notes furious. Like, she seems to be enjoying herself. She looks at the damage at the floor. She's like, oh, thanks, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, Otter, it is your turn.
So I'm going to move in front of Epine to put myself guarding them in front of the upper and lower half of the jaw.
Doing that would be moving. You would get attacks of opportunity from both if you
would I?
like that. Yeah, because you're staying within their combat range while moving.
Yeah, think the reverse of D&D. So staying in range, you get whacked. Going out of range, you don't get whacked.
Okay, cool. You know what? In that case, I'm just gonna like. Okay, now question: because I have a weapon with reach, can I reach past this creature in front of me?
You could probably attack both at once. I was gonna say you could also move like that because you get 4 moves. So you could step back, go diagonal, go in.
Well, in that case, if I can hit both, I'm gonna use my weapon with reach to stab both of them at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize that the lower jaw moved when it attacked. Holy crap.
Yeah, it straight up tried to bite down on him.
Oh no! In that case, like if they're lined up and I can hit both of them with my Guandao, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Okay.
So the first hit.
Well, how about this? It'll hit the second one if it pierces through the first one successfully.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Okay, roll the hit.
That is a critical fail.
Damn.
Oh.
This thing just catches your spear in its jaw and clamps down on it. You have been disarmed of this spear and will need to fight it back for it.
Cool. Well, that was my first half strike.
Crit failure. Love it.
Failure. That was a okay. In that case, what I'm gonna do is just say, "Give me that back," and I'm gonna just smash it with my tower shield.
Okay.
Which has knockback. So I'm gonna try to basically just like.
Oh yeah, I forgot about knockback.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to hit the lower part of the jaw into the upper part of the jaw and make it let go of my Guandao.
Okay.
Which is a 21 to hit.
God damn! You absolutely fucking bonk this thing's lower jaw. For how much damage?
That is 3 damage.
Okay. Even with the stance bonus?
I just went with +2 for the it's 1d6 +2 plus stance?
Yeah.
Oh, in that case it's hang on. 7 damage.
Okay. So this thing, what fucking layer did I draw this on? Hello? Okay. It's on the LBD layer. Whoops, that's okay. It's fine. To the other layer. So this thing has taken 16 damage, and whoop. As you knock it back, it slides backwards, and then pops into place. Thank you for relocating my jaw. Yep, they remerge into one thing that has now taken a total.
Oh, they would. They would.
It has now taken a total of 28 damage.
Yep.
Let me just 28.
And so I see it I put jaw back in place. Wait, is it to pick up my Guandao? Is that an action or is that a free action?
I'd say it's a free action. You hit it with a 21, that thing just comes loose as its jaw pops into place. It almost shoots it forward and you just catch it.
Yeah, I catch it out of the air all cool like, and I go, I don't know if this was a good idea or not, but let's keep going.
I'll be taking that back, thank you.
Yep, and then I'm going to step into its range again, but specifically like to be in. So now I'm gonna step into range, but protect Epine.
So you're gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna step to the side, step around, and step into range.
Now you can just kind of do that.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Cool.
I see.
So I can protect Epine.
Okay, so you move in to protect him, and your turn is done with that.
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Turn order ends. Epine, it is your turn now.
Nice.
I take a free action and just be like, stay close to me, pal.
Non. Allez. Allons-y. And I'm just going
Allons-y.
to. Allons-y. I'm going to go. No. See, it will not stay close to me. It will stay over there. And I'm going to immediately cast. I'm going to use first half strike on casting pressure cannon, which is going to just sort of tuck my arm down, and then sort of hold it up and forward. And instead of a knife this time, it's just a hardcore spray of water.
Just fucking blasting this thing. What does pressure shot do?
Pressure cannon is a roll to hit. Let me see. Let's see. Regardless of roll outcome, it's going to be knocked away. And I just rolled. I think that's a 12. Yeah, that is a 12 to try to hit.
Okay. From the front, this thing's reconstituted face manages to kind of block the water with its mask. Although the force of this knocks it back. How many tiles?
1 tile.
Okay. This thing just gets pushed diagonal down here. Just kind of slides along the floor. Maybe spins a little like, whoa! But it does not take any damage?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Now it's time to burn the rest of my spell slots in one go.
Oh yeah? What are we doing?
Once again, and just once again enchant my dagger, make it spicy glowing red and orange, and then wind up the throw. And as my elbow comes forward, massive explosion, ears ringing. I go flying back 1 tile. And
Yeah, you
the
just
knife is
gave
flying
Tag's
direct
character tinnitus.
Hey, that's what the helmet's for.
Hey, yeah, I
Yeah.
have hearing protection. We
So
block that.
exactly.
you've just cast
It's muffled.
Rocket Punch with a knife.
Yeah,
Yup.
rocket punch with a knife.
Yup.
And
Post Merc ability.
Let's see if I hit with throwing dagger. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah. I'd say.
Dirty 20.
Wait, is it a crit?
No, dirty 20. It's a 17
Oh, okay,
plus thirty.
okay.
All right.
How much damage is this rocket knife doing?
Okay. Let's see. I think the spell is technically separate, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll the spell hit as well. So it's gonna be stance. It's +2. Shit, it fell off. I gotta roll again. 19. All right, so +2, 21.
21 damage?
No, that was the to hit with.
Oh,
my-
okay. Oh, shoot.
gonna say,
Oh, my God. Ooh, mama.
Whoa, hold on, wait, no,
Baby!
Oh, my God.
She's okay.
All right, we got 3 + 6, and then I gotta roll 2d6 + 5, so that's 9 plus 11, 14, 19 damage.
Oh, my God. Wait, what is the
Holy
damage
shit.
formula for Rocket Punch?
Rocket Punch is 2d6 + 5, and then I'm also hitting with the dagger. They're like technically 2 separate spell procs.
Oh my god.
2 separate hits. Because I have to roll the hit with the knife, then I have to roll the hit with the Rocket Punch.
No, you're just doing like a ranged version of a spell. So don't include the knife damage.
Oh, does the knife not get added for the? How does that
Let
work,
me
actually?
look at post.
The caster strikes with their fist or weapon of focus, creating an explosion on impact, sending the caster 1 tile in the opposite direction if used on an enemy. Roll for a directional strike to deal 2d6 + 5 fire damage.
Well, what I'm looking at is
it's just fire from the weapon. So just roll the spell.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps I should reword
It's
that.
sort of like the weapon is like the medium.
Yeah,
okay,
you can just use your weapon to fire melee spells at a range.
So
You
I
can
roll
also
3.
use it to do like fire damage with a knife, but you not both at once.
Yeah.
The knife
that's
is
a-
just your
yeah.
rocket punch cast.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 12 damage.
Okay. This thing is at 28 damage. That is exactly enough. As soon as the rocket knife hits this thing, it tears through the mask, punching, this time completely 90 degrees rotated. So, like, to show you the mask, it was already split between the eyes, and now it just gets split high to low as the mask no longer has the pieces to hold itself together, shatters entirely, and is cooked almost, turning into, like, burnt sludge. It smells
Oh god.
absolutely
Horrible.
fucking rancid, like burning rubber.
Might
But,
have just lit her on fire.
yeah, its head has been completely destroyed.
Hell yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. That just leaves the legs. Whose turn is it now? Jade. What do you do?
How's people's health?
I'm a little bruised. By the way, Rocco, what chat is seeing is not what we see.
Well,
What?
chat just see.
Oh, yeah, no,
so-
I just have the brushes and layers cropped is all.
Yeah, no, but like it's I don't know if it's not updated or not because like it's still showing that something off.
What is something off?
Oh, it might be because
Is
it's
it behind?
I'm pretty sure it's just stream delay.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I think
There's a
it's
lot of
just stream delay.
If that's the case,
Yeah.
that's a lot of stream delay because tag, you just moved tag on stream.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you just have a
wow.
lot of stream delay right now.
No! That's
Your stream
okay
isn't
because
laggy, it just
yeah,
means
I'm
it's
gonna keep
delayed.
it real. This is not a very chat-focused stream.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Tabletop
So-
streams rarely are, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm doing what I can, saying hello to raiders, thanking followers, but it is what it is. I don't
Alright,
mind
just
a
wait
bit of
behind then, okay.
fucked up evil delay.
Yeah, no, it's just delayed by a lot.
Okay.
All right. So tag, you're a little bruised. Apeen, you're all the way up there.
I'm approaching half. I'm fine.
All right.
Well, almost
Thing
all the
is-
targets are off the field anyway, so.
Yeah, I think it's this far away from the thing. This from the legs. There's not much I can do to them. I don't think I have any range. So I can only move 4 spaces. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do is, you know, the enemy's far away, so Jade's gonna kind of like walk up to tag and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And as like just check, not hey, how you doing, but just like, "You doing okay?" You know, checking on them.
Yep.
And as you do that, Jade's eyes kind of flare as they approach. And as they kind of like reach out and like they put a hand on Tag's shoulder, and I'm gonna cast Mend.
Oh boy.
Which, let me see. Light magic. This just heals. I don't have to roll. I just
Oh
heal.
yeah. What does it heal?
2d6 plus 4. See, I got a 1. Oh wait, no, that's not it. That's the wrong dice. Got a 3 and a 2, so that's 5 plus 4 is 9.
You heal me back to full health.
Fuck yeah.
Goddamn.
And Jade, yeah, Jade's eyes kind of flare and like your wounds heal, and Jade's like, Jade's getting really confused at this point. Like, what the fuck is going on?
We're killing it. That's what's going on.
That we are. Does that
And,
use your full turn, or do you still have actions left?
That's only, yeah, okay, so that's it.
Doesn't Mend only use a half strike of your nut?
It's true. However, like I said, there's not much else I can do.
I was gonna ask, would it make sense to add a rule that you can to kind of represent you like sprinting? I don't know.
After this play session, I think we're gonna have like a sit down conversation and talk.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else I can do. I mean, I still have.
I know that Stobin can do that. And then maybe I could rework Stobin.
You could make it so that like a full, because that's often how it's handled in other games. It's like, oh, if you want to go into just a dead sprint for a turn, that's your whole turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For right now, it is
Oh yeah? Yeah, what's it gonna do, huh? What's it gonna do?
Zaf. Considering you springs off the back of the wall, and the point where the three as it attempts to drill you through the back. What is your back guard? 10?
10. Do that, and I just sort of like Literally, while it's drilling, I'm just holding it with the one claw that I used earlier.
While it is locked in this duel with you, and drills just grazing your 5 damage.
Second time, I understand now. I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sprung over your shoulder, awake and alert, like it is just ready from all directions, as it understands it is the last survivor. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do some funky ringmaster shit. I'm going to use my free strike to use the faithful companion strike to recall my nanite swarm. Basically just next to me. I'm gonna say it's gonna be below me. Whole swarm. I used my free arm to sort of just like a guide.
It just fucking zips over in your defense.
Yep. And since that was a free strike and I still have both my half strikes left, going to spend them doing a claw attack and then also having my nanites attack on this thing and swiping at it, kicking at it and stuff. And every time it dodges, the nanites intercept to try and hit it. And they're just creating little spines. So let me do both my rolls here.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do the roll for my claws.
Nope.
Okay, and then let's do for the swoop. That's what I was hoping for, 18.
Oh, yeah, that hit.
Swipe, and it misses. The nanites come out with spine things, no pun intended, on their toes.
Good
In total, the nanite swarm did 5 plus 4, 9 damage.
Okay, dead. But remains standing. Whose
That's
turn
all I want to do.
is it now?
Nobody.
I don't know what Albany would do right now, and I don't want a remote-controlled character to get the killing blow. So
Sit back and watch. Cool.
let's just say it's your turn right now. Fuck it.
Fuck it. So I'm going to, and fuck it. I'm just gonna swing with the Guandao.
You're gonna get like there,
Yep.
and you're just gonna fucking
Actually-
swing at it.
Actually, no. It's gonna be one step towards Zaf, and I'm gonna. That's one more back. Can I still hit it from there?
3 spaces. But I don't know.
I'd say that might be a little iffy.
Okay, in that case, I'll move to a point where, put me, 1 up on diagonal to the right. Right? There.
There.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's where I'm gonna. That's what I want to do. The first hit is an 11.
Okay. That does not
Does that
connect.
hit?
You need a 15 to hit this thing right now.
Okay, then I'm gonna strike at it. Fucking critical fail.
No!
Oh, no!
Your spear gets stuck in its thighs.
Yep.
It just grips them with its thighs. It has no better way to disarm you, but it's doing what. Lorania just kind of looks at you puzzled.
There's
We got a raid at the perfect time for you to have JoJo's objection. Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you so fucking much. Crazy thing. Means stinger time. Welcome on in, one and all. My name is Rocco Farend. I'm a silly, wacky armadillo guy. Tabletop game that I designed myself. JoJo's objection. Thank you for the follow. Can we get some love for JoJo? Fellow member of the Wrecking Crew. Awesome ass creator. Who's playing The Witcher. I hope you had a fantastic fucking stream. Big groovin', big chillin'. And big about to finish this fight. Right now the party is in a lab fighting some mad scientists. Horrible thing. How would you guys describe this creature?
a poor imitation of what I can do better.
Squishy.
A wiggly little boy.
A wiggly fucking thing. All that remains are this thing's legs, which are just running armed because it caught his weapon with its thighs.
Yup.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is all I can, unless.
Sure is.
Channeling is a full strike, yeah.
Yep, then that is the end of my turn.
Okay.
So it would have to be Albany doing the last hit, huh?
It would have to be. But Albany AFK. We'll just skip. As tags Guandao caught in its thighs. and this for you, and it flexes them, flinging it 3 tiles. Let me actually roll for this thing's aiming stat.
Get back at me.
Wouldn't you know it, it rolls a 6, is flung right there, somewhere that you can reach. Pretty square right here. This arrow is like the guandao.
I'm a fool.
Like a. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
There's
There you go.
Tag's weapon.
That's a pole-looking arm.
This is a free copy of URCHIN'S FALL. The joke is that I released the. It's free
It is quite literally a free giveaway.
to everyone. Best giveaway in the history of this website, actually. Jamming. So I've just been pulling shit out of my ass, just non-stop. Okay. Character sheet. Lorania maintains her current position and just continues to take notes on this thing's severed legs. We go back up to the top of the party list. Epian, what are you up to? Oh yeah, you finished channeling, didn't you? All of your spell slots are back.
No, I just burned them all again, so it's all night time.
Okay, so you're just out of gas, but you're just ready.
Oh yeah, I'm out of gas, but I'm just loaded with knives.
Okay.
I am local little man, and my coat's wide, and just you can see the entire interior is just lined with nothing but knives. I'm going to start throwing knives at the legs.
Okay.
All right, first one is a 19 to hit.
That connects. How much?
Plus 6 is 10 damage. And I'm throwing another knife. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Second, 6 plus 6, that is another 10 with follow-up of 5. That is a
Okay, this fucker's dead. The first knife pins its foot to the ground, and as it springs up as if to react, you pierce clean through the point where all 3 legs connect, severing them. Battle draws to a close.
We kicked the crap out of it.
Hang on, Tag, what's your character?
Damn.
That's all right. There's always room for improvement, I say. As all my claws retract and the nanites they shed the little bits of goop that are left over from poking the leg.
This thing on my hand, on my arm, on the guandao, and just leave it like that. You know, that might keep it from leaving my hand.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Cool. That'd be cool.
It's about time.
All of the like the nanite clouds and all the other nonsense going around, it's sort of just like re-internalized. I go back to having teeny tiny horns.
Good shit. I will clear the stage here as the combat encounter is sufficiently resolved. This thing is dead, and you all kind of turn to Lorania to see her reaction. What do some of you say to her?
Félicitations à vous.
Why do I get the feeling that that's gonna be easier than anything we're about to do for you?
I hope you're impressed.
Looks like I can trust you. And then she turns to which of you said, I assume that's going to be the easiest. She kind of smiles and says,
Yeah.
The what?
Mm-hmm.
She said, future iterations will be much stronger, don't worry.
The alpha test. It means they're not done. It's in progress.
Oh no.
I roll a technology check to see if I can discern anything about that creature since we spent so much time fighting it.
I would say that thing was not mechanical at all. You could roll biology.
Is it biological? Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? Let's see, that's off my wit. Okay, I actually have a bonus to that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I rolled a 4.
Damn. Anyone else gonna try to roll something to figure out what the fuck this thing is?
Nope.
I would roll, yeah.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Jade's not smart.
I have an instinct of 1. What does that tell you?
I have -3 to this roll. Let's see. That is an 8.
I'm charismatic and stupid. That's my deal.
Yeah.
Same.
None of you have any fucking idea what the hell you just fought, and you're all a little bit more traumatized for it. having just been taken to some woman's unmarked secret lab, shown a bunch of corpses, and then go, oh, come over here, and fighting man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. But whatever the case, she seems to trust you all enough to reach into her pocket and plop a coin purse into the nearest person's hand. So that would be Otters. Yup, she plops a coin purse in your hand and goes, here's 5,000 for the lot of you.
Immediately, it's split amongst the party.
Yup, this should get you there and back again.
Yeah.
She kind of cracks a grin at that. And says,
well, it's a good thing that I'm a
we each
Lord
get
of the
1,000.
Rings.
I suppose amongst the 5 of you, including
Shut up.
here, that's 1,000 a pop. I'm not going to be keeping much track of money,
Yeah.
nor have I figured out the currency system for this game, because I really only want to give myself so many things to balance.
Yeah, no, it's only so relevant at this point.
Yeah, she gives you a good amount of money, and goes, you know, this should get you there, and you split it, and that as well. And she kind of elaborates on the details of this plan and goes, okay, now that I can trust you, she hands you a set of keys, and she's like, this is for a carrier vehicle that will be used
Is it a Prius?
She doesn't know what a Prius is. I can tell you it's not a Prius. It's probably going to be more similar to like an armored car for a bank. Somewhere between that and an ambulance.
I'm like, she just goes, no, I don't know what that is. I wanted a Prius.
It says, oh man, it's not a Prius.
So she hands you keys and is like, okay, at these coordinates is a transportation vehicle. I hope one of you can drive, because I will not be able to accompany you on this test. I have so much data to unpack for all of the various projects that I'm involved in. Your contribution has been invaluable, and I would like you to think of this as a token of perhaps ongoing partnerships. Perhaps. You know? I ought to have some hot sauce with my dinner tonight. She chuckles.
There's a set of keys here, right? In order to operate this vehicle.
She confirms, yes.
Okay. I just hold my hand up and I gesture as if to say, "Gimme."
I hand the keys to the Prius over.
We're gonna need you to swing at things. I'll focus on driving. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm good at swinging things. It's good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I will admit I did fail my driver's license. I did fail my driver's license test.
That's
well,
okay.
Not failed, more so as have been restricted from driving. Not restricted. It's illegal for me to drive.
Well, don't worry. If we crash into anything, it's on purpose.
Yes, of course.
Oh, if you need, that's easy for me. If you need me to do, if I can do that, I can do that.
What I'm saying is I'm gonna drive well, except for you know what? Never mind. Just you'll see.
Lorania kind of does a hand wave and goes, "Oh, please, you'll be traveling in between cities. Legality shouldn't matter. It's open country out there. Besides, you're being received in an ally nation. I don't think they'll care too much, so long as you don't crash the car." And then she scowls at you all and goes, "And don't crash the car."
Like I said, it'll only happen intentionally, not unintentionally.
In these lands, I can promise you nothing other than if we get there, we get there.
We will get there. I need the money.
We'll get there as quick as water evaporates in the desert.
Which reminds me, we need to pack water.
Please.
Does your group kind of get ready to depart to supply up for the upcoming adventure?
Absolutely.
I would say that's probably a good sort of like organic branching off point.
Closing point, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As you all head out, you hear Lorania kind of move towards this what's like the old thing they used before phones, like telegrams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, cell phones are very much not a thing. Quite yet. We certainly ain't got no internet. But she fires up her telegram, and you kind of hear her do that. And she goes, "Yo, boss, you would not believe it. we actually got some guys who survived. And she kind of just, trails off as you guys leave. She's like, I had to give the job to someone who wouldn't die. That's all you told me. She goes, no, I wasn't gonna do it myself. She kind of turns around and realizes you're all staring at her.
And I just like slowly close the door while making eye contact.
Yeah.
He continues to maintain eye contact through the mail slot.
Yeah. Once you've all exited the building.
I just sit there staring directly through the mail slot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she locks the door, and then just finds like some post-it notes to cover up the mail slot. And you just watch her slowly do that while she's just on the call, just going, yes, 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 they can hear us. No, I won't share any more confidential information.
Are you sure? It'd be really plot imperative if you told us.
She goes, shut up.
Oh, okay, we're leaving now.
She goes, you better get out of here before someone asks me to make you sign NDAs.
All right, we're out of here. I ain't signing that shit.
No more paperwork for me today.
I'm good. Let's keep this paperless.
And with that, you head out towards the heart of town. And I think we can save that for perhaps a session 2? Question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, that is a fun, funky way to conclude things. I'm gonna let y'all discuss while we search for someone to raid.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to make it my goal to make every finishing, no, not just every finishing goal, every enemy I have to put one mail slot into.
I'm the postman. I deliver mail.
Wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
It's my calling card. I have to deliver my mail somewhere.
Huge. Absolutely huge. Oh, Johnny's doing Final Fantasy?
Oh.
Oh.
Fireball Fantasy?
Fireball Fantasy.
Fireball Fantasy.
Fireball Fantasy. I love Fireball Fantasy.
I think we all do here.
Fibble. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, you've played it enough to have enjoyed it.
Well, I mean, I like the series in general, so.
That's fair. Yeah, let's go show some love to Johnny. He was in here earlier, too.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any funny raid messages in mind?
Social delivery. No, sorry.
Hot Sauce Gang raid.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Sauce gang.
Or just
There
Hot
you go.
Sauce Gang.
Hot Sauce Gang. Fire.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Hot Sauce gang. Let's
Fire.
go.
And then maybe a boogie. And then more fire.
Yeah.
Boogie for good measure. Hot Sauce Gang. That'll be our raid message. So, to each of my lovely players, thank you so much for helping me to test this game. And thank you.
You bet. Thanks for inviting me.
To Fnoogie for the hydrate.
Thank you for having us out.
No, it looks like the issues were on my side. They should be clearing up now.
Yeah, it's back up to speed.
Fucking wild. I don't know. I would also like to thank every single person in chat who pulled up and has been watching along. I know usually I like to engage with you guys a lot more, but today was a good bit different from what we usually do, and I am flattered that you all enjoyed it, and thankful that you will allow me to do so many different thingies. To my wonderful cohort of co-hosts, you guys want to plug yourselves?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Who's going first?
You can go first, Spiral.
Okay. Heyo! Hi everybody, my name is Spiral, Spiral Galaxy. I'm a Fennec AI VTuber, made out of funny nanites, just like the character that you probably saw me playing earlier, except a little bit crazier and sci-fi wackier. Hee hee hoo hoo. I'm a variety streamer that mainly focuses on sci-fi and fantasy titles, and I'm actually celebrating my 1 year of streaming tomorrow.
Oh, damn!
Yeah, it has been 1 year to the day that I have streamed as of tomorrow, and I'm going to be going back to the game I played on the first day that I streamed, and I'm going to play Katana Zero, specifically hard mode.
Oh.
So if you want to catch that, I'm going to be doing that tomorrow in the evening, probably around 4 to 6 Central Time.
Oh god, I remember your first stream. This is hype.
Yeah, this date fucking snuck up on me. I was looking at the dates and I'm like, hold on a second, when? I went and looked at the clip that Cecil made because I don't have the VOD, and I was like, oh shit, that's tomorrow. Oh no.
Oh no!
I'm a streamer and I'm not prepared.
Yeah. Tag, what you got to plug?
Well, I'm TaggTheOtter. I'm a little dude. I'm a little guy, and I have a model debut coming up on the 25th.
Damn.
Brand new model, brand new stuff. It's also gonna be my birthday, and it's gonna be fantastic, and I hope y'all can be there.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What a birthday present to yourself.
It is a birthday present to myself. So excited. That's it for me. Yeah, it's nice and simple.
Wahoo!
Yeah. Speaks.
I haven't been up to that much lately, but I have been picking up some more streaming again, and I have been really enjoying what is it I've been playing most recently? I was just given a copy of Signalis, and I feel like I should see myself playing it sometime soon. But for the moment, I do also really want to finish Hi-Fi Rush because I've been playing it a lot, and it is a very, very fun game.
Signalis real good. I'm partway through it, and I've been loving it.
I am a big fan of horror games, and I'm pretty much sold on it. I'm waiting to get to enjoy it.
Good shit.
But, yeah.
And kinda, that leaves best for last. I know you don't stream. Do you have anything you'd like to promote?
I'll stream. If you want, you can go read The Night I Dreamed of Falling on Webtoon, because that's the thing I made that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
Ooh. Give us link it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
link.
Link,
Do you mind waiting for me to pull it up?
Yeah, I can wait for you to pull it up. Webcomics are based. While you do that, I'll plug myself. Holy crap. Oh my god, I'm Rocco Farend. I made this game that everybody played. It was kind of crazy, kind of wacky. You can follow me on everything down there. We will probably be doing plenty more sessions of this. I might just do a bazillion like one-shots with just like a variety of people, because I want to get a good variety of testers. If you guys want to join the Discord, there is a channel specifically for URCHIN'S FALL related content, for sharing your characters, for discussion of the game's balance, for keeping up with updates and announcements that I've been very bad at keeping it updated with, oopsies. And also for finding groups of interested people from within the VTuber community. And helping to set that up, or like sharing just homebrew content. But that is all that I have to promote. /raid Johnny _Jellyjaw. And the raider message once more is gonna be Hot Sauce Gang with a whole lot of fire.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Whole lot of fire. Hot Sauce Gang. Hot Sauce Gang. Hot Sauce Gang.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Hot Sauce Gang.
Once again, go check out my wonderful co-hosts. And thank you again for tuning in. I had a fantastic time. And now I'm going to go have a fantastic night. Thank you.
Yeah.
And keep your eyes to the ground. Follow the trail. And we will meet again. Thank you for watching, and peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Bye-bye.